Hello.
Hello.
All right, we're live. Hello.
Hello?
Let me know if anything is too loud or too quiet.
Where?
Wow. For me, the voices and the game volume sound okay together. Well, I need you guys to talk so that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll keep talking. Hi, everyone. Hi, folks at home.
Yeah, hi,
I'm
folks at
Cassie.
home.
Twitter.com @MadLobotanist.
Yes, so we have Cassidy at Mad Lobotanist. We have.
Hello. We have me at twitter.com/gemsloop.
Yes. And we got Crumpet.
And me, we have Crumpet at the Crumpet.
Yes.
I'm here to do the silly voices. I've been contractual for it.
Thank you for all being here today to join us. All right, let's start this up. So for the people that haven't played this game yet, it's kind of like a Jackbox Party Pack, which means that I, as the host and the Monarch, am the only one that needs to own the game. But if you want to buy the game, it's only $5 on Steam, and the benefits of buying the game are that you get to customize a player character. So it's taking a long time to come up. Chant, you gonna say that?
Did I do it wrong?
Perhaps
No,
Chant
it
needs to be
looks
fed first.
Correct.
Chant's just delayed. Or
Chant's just
BTS
hungry.
Pog is broken already? No?
Not sure.
Yeah, it's
Happy St. Patrick's Day Gamers 07.
okay. It's just slow. It's just really slow. Okay.
Oh, maybe it's from computer.
It's my computer is
Pog
overloading
Online
from
Poggers.
streaming this game twice and having BTS Pog and my
Pog
captions.
Online Poggers. Feed me.
07 was a good year for gamers. So the benefits of owning the game is that you get to customize a little guy, and they might come up and say hi on stream a little bit more. And since we're playing with a small group of people, that might be a lot. Well, we'll see. Dynasty name. Oh boy. I didn't think about this stuff ahead of time.
Include Chant in there somehow.
I think the dynasty's got to be Chant.
The Enchantment Dynasty? Or just Chant Dynasty?
I'd say Enchantment
Honestly,
Dynasty.
Enchantment Dynasty? And then a monarch name. I should have come up with this.
Where's Nameberry at? Hold on.
Yeah,
Is there a
Nameberry.
random button on Nameberry?
Also, feel free to suggest this name chat. I don't want to use my name because this is a character that you all might murder. And it's nice to have that degree of separation.
Look, we would never murder our benevolent monarch. Ever.
And
Ever.
also, like, this is if we were playing as a party game, which we're not, I would be like, maybe don't name your noble that, because your noble might die too. Charlie had a noble once that died 3 times in one game.
Which is
Honestly
really
impressive.
funny.
Please
Alright,
no murder.
Please no.
Please no
Modern
murder.
baby names. Here we go.
Yes, what are monarch baby names?
Monarch is
Modern.
getting bored now.
The modern
Yeah.
monarch baby names.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Monarch baby name.
Well, okay, that is fitting because literally the first one on the list is Royal.
Royal. What a name. I think we can't do that for this game. I think that's too literal.
Atlas. Lyra.
I like Lyra.
I like that.
Like,
good.
you know, like His Dark Materials.
A little bit further down, we've got Juniper.
You got arrested 3 times? I
Uh-huh.
thought you got arrested and then killed. Okay, it was
What's-
just...
in this game, they are functionally the same.
They are functionally the
Yeah.
same thing, yeah.
Okay. Queen Lyra of the Enchantment Dynasty. Alright, select game mode. We're gonna do play on Twitch. Stream on Twitch to your viewers. Join your game by simply typing into chat. Players who have bought the game will appear in the storyline more often. our Twitch extension is up there, so if you're watching on desktop, you can click that button somewhere over here, probably, and you can see your personal wealth once you start playing. And my nobles and I have already discussed this. We'll be playing with the Barons of the March. Who would like to read their description?
I think it should be whatever team we get sorted in, right?
Okay, but you won't know that until after we
Oh,
don't
right,
read
right.
these
Yeah.
descriptions
I'll,
anymore.
I'll read red. The Barons are brash rural lords, famous for their belligerence and fondness for hunting. Huzzah! I'm coming up on Schwan's.
Yeah, I didn't, sorry, I didn't put filters on it yet.
I have to be quiet.
What?
and close
Okay,
to
wait.
the
What do we normally use? Noise gate or noise suppression?
I think we just do noise suppression.
Okay. I'm just gonna use the default. It says good quality, more CPU usage, which is exactly what we need.
Uh-oh.
Definitely what we want.
Perhaps noise gate might be the better option here, depending on how loudly Robbie's coming in on your microphone.
Okay.
When we tried setting it before, it's like really finicky. It'll just cut Schwan off sentences. I deal with like finding a number right now.
Yeah, I have
Okay.
this problem where I talk quieter at the end of my sentences. Some of you have edited me might know this. Anyway, Crumpet, did you read Chiefs?
Not yet.
Would you like to read Chiefs?
Absolutely. The chiefs are honorable warriors renowned for their pagan religion and prowess in combat.
And Cassidy, would you read the Grandees for me?
Absolutely. The Grandees are impassioned duelists known for their strict adherence to honor, etiquette, and the ninth god.
I've played as the Grandees once, and I had to go to bed because spoiler warning, this game takes like 3 hours. But it's fun. Before we finish, but they won at the end. I've also played
Yeah.
Patricians, and we've won. I have a pretty good hit rate in this game thus far,
Mm-hmm.
but I think playing the Monarch is much harder than playing any of the factions, so we'll see.
It's so true.
Mm-hmm.
How,
So true,
how soon
bestie.
are we able to join? Oh, like now?
Okay,
Bam. I'm
Um,
in.
so I would like if Crumpet could join before.
Yeah.
Wait, you have to pick
Oh. I'm dumb.
Can you change your pronouns if you do it again?
I'm trying. Hang on. Things are going wrong on my end. I forget how keyboards work.
It did default you to they, if that's all right.
Is that acceptable? Or
fine.
should we go back? Because
It
we can
does
go
not
back.
matter to me. I'm just glad that I'm in.
Okay,
Yes,
because
God.
if you want to have she, we could go back
Nah, it's
because
fine.
we
Don't
haven't
worry
done
about
anything yet. Okay, so each of you has been randomly assigned, and now chat. Oh yeah. So if you wanted to join your Twitch chat, your Twitch account with your Steam account,
I think there's a link
open up-
through the game.
Yeah, just open up the game. There's
Yeah.
a button. You click that, and then it'll open up a browser window where it'll ask you to approve the connection.
yeah, and there are some outfits you can get to use as Monarch if you do that. Yes. So
Mhm.
joining the game, nobles, please write in the chicks chat exclamation point join followed by a pronoun, and I think in this game there are only she, her, they, them, he, him.
Yeah.
So you would type either she, they, or he.
Yeah, so pick one of the big three pronouns. the three most popular pronouns in English, I would say.
Arguably the highest paid nouns.
Being oppressed by big
Um,
pronoun.
So Charlie, what you're gonna want to do is type exclamation point no space join space he. Yeah, roll a
respect
d4,
it,
pick
Juliet.
a pronoun. And then don't worry if you are having trouble right now and you don't get into this round. You can join at any moment during the game. So especially if you have to go and then come back to the stream, you can just join again. You might get sorted differently, but it'll still be fun, don't worry. I know we got 11 viewers right now. We got 7 people joined. That's pretty good.
Pog.
Pog.
Let's see. Oh yeah, Charlie, you're a chief of the North.
Oh yeah, Charlie's.
Yeah, so right now in this game, everyone's name right now is
Visible.
their Twitch username.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes a bit. Oh yeah, and in case you want to, you can actually customize your Twitch username to appear in the chat as a particular color. If you wanted to match your faction, go over to in the chat window. There's this button at the bottom that says Chat Identity. You can click on that, and you can pick global name color. And you can change that whenever you want. It takes like 2 minutes maybe to update the color in the chat, and it won't update like previous messages. It'll update your new ones. So if you wanted to match your faction color in the chat, you can.
In case you want to collude for any reason.
In case you want to collude and show, show off your color. I've never played like a full game with the Barons before. I have seen the Chiefs a couple times, and I've played as the Grandees. So this will be interesting. All right, I am gonna hit start, but just a reminder for everyone: type !join. It's tiny here, but you can see it in the top left corner. !join space and your pronouns.
You can join at any time.
And you can join at any time, so you don't have to join right now. If you pop in 5 minutes, you can join or whenever you want. And we got at least two people per faction, so I think we're good.
Yes, me and my barons have 3 members. Ha ha ha!
Yeah, you got the numbers advantage over here.
Well,
Gently.
my friends at the Chiefs, I think we know who the enemy is at this time.
Alright. Monarch winning. Path to victory. Acquire an heir, then complete your ambition to win. The first reign will likely end in disaster. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Monarch schemes. Keep an eye on the region's schemes. If they pass all their stages, they will win the game. So, important note here, there's no secret information in this game. We can all see what each other's doing and voting for and what we're trying to do at all times as players. And then Monarch Defiance. Be careful of the region's Defiance stat. If it gets too high, the regions may rebel against you. Being all nobles, that's all of you. Winning. To win, pass all 3 stages of your scheme. Each stage requires you to get stats to certain levels, which are affected in votes. Being on stream means... Oh, you don't get to hear TTS. I'm sorry. The nobles voting. How you vote is up to you for your region scheme to stop other schemes or for the good of the kingdom. And then nobles rebellions. If your defiance stat is high enough, you can rebel. This pauses your scheme and is risky, especially if you have low military. Alright, events. Each season, you'll get 3 events to play. Click on one to get started. Oh yeah, we got North and South this game, so they're just a little sandwich in the march over here.
Barons of the Jam, more like.
I don't think I've heard Charlie yet. Yeah, okay, so... Let's see, Path to Victory, Council Introduction, Coronation. I guess let's do the coronation, right? This is all what we're all here for, is it not? The Monarch. This is your Monarch, the streamer's character. They'll appear in most stories, but not all. Kingdom stats. These are the kingdom stats. Those are up here. If any of them are at 0 at the start of a season, the game will end. Region stats.
Let's do jugglers.
Let's do jugglers. Region stats. These are the region stats. Stats define which events are generated. Defiance. If Defiance is higher than both authority and stability, a region can trigger a rebellion. This will pause their scheme and is risky if military is low. Noble list. You can scroll through the full list of nobles and their wealth here. So I can go over here and I can see all of you. Alright. Who would like to read for the Chancellor?
I can do it if no one else would like to.
I often do the Chancellor. It is all yours.
Okay. Your Majesty, I've scheduled your coronation to take place in a week's time.
Shouldn't I be giving the orders now?
Of course, Your Majesty, but to delay any longer would make the nobles restless. And when nobles get restless, they take their daggers and look for the nearest back.
Very well then, what must I do?
As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation.
What? But it's my coronation.
This isn't absolute monarchy, Your Majesty. Everything has to be run past a council vote, even this.
My knife is out and my beak is wet. Alright. Shall we call the nobles in? Choices and stats. Certain choices will change stats. Some choices that do so will indicate this change here. Not all choices that change stats have these indicators, and they do not show the region affected. Yeah, so like you gotta, sometimes it's like a guessing game what's actually gonna happen. Voting. These are the upcoming choices of your nobles, that your nobles will vote on. Each of these may change stats in some way. Laws of the land. The monarch can change how a vote is run with a law. Limits to laws. You may use one law per vote. Try using your veto on one option you dislike. Voting. When the vote opens, nobles vote using their command, ! Vote, followed by a choice letter. Example, vote space lowercase a. I think uppercase A works as well too. The timer. The monarch may close the vote at any time after all nobles are voted or the timer hits 0. Sickos when they see a dunkable ruler. So the thing that people who have played this game are joking about is that one of the options is to throw the queen into the river. But there are 4 options. Would you like to read them, Crumpet?
Set laws for voting. What kind of coronation should be held for the new queen? A. Host a lavish parade with jugglers and fountains of wine. B. Invite foreign dignitaries and show off our wealth. C. Throw the queen into the river. Or D. Outdated traditions. There's no need for a coronation at all.
Now, please feel free to discuss in the chats, and my advisors discuss amongst yourselves as we stream which options you think are best. I am not going to sway the vote here with my choice or veto. I'll let you pick, and I'll give you enough time for everyone to talk about it before they vote. So don't feel like you have to immediately vote. Oh, am I getting picked up in Robbie's mic? Oh no. Oops. So don't feel like you have to immediately vote, but just know that at this point in the game, your vote is like permanent. So once you hit enter on your vote, that's your vote for the round. But it's okay if you don't vote for exactly what you want, because there's lots of opportunities to vote. So I've opened the voting.
I'd like to start discussions by saying in the South we do like to enjoy ourselves. We also like to show off our money. And I think that the crown should be the one paying for its own party.
Yes, the chat,
do
you
think we
can
should
vote.
also show off our money.
Yes. Just as Juliet did, ! Vote space the letter of the choice you want. And Juliet is very excited for the jugglers.
Think about how unsanitary a fountain of wine is.
It's alcohol. It'll work it out.
I'm thinking about the fountain itself. When was the last time we cleaned the fountains?
They just bought these ones. New.
Well, this is a remarkably split vote at this point.
I love it. I love that the barons are very split. Yeah, auctions are time limited. Votes have a time limit, but the monarch can ignore them, and I'm just gonna let you vote. This is the first one, and I would say vote for what you want.
Baron Pastor has sweet.
Alright, this is enough. This is 7 people have voted, so this is what we're doing.
So I feel very out of my depth. I'm not. I don't know if I'm capable of like the roleplay, and also I have not actually played this game yet, so I am like understanding what's happening, trying to understand what's happening as we're going. So I might need some backseating.
You're the point of view new player.
Yeah. Yep. Please ask us questions in the chat, or Robbie ask questions as we play to figure out how to play this game, because there's kind of like a lot going on, but it's also really fun. So everyone's voted, and 4 of you have voted for.
Voting has closed. What kind of coronation should be held for the new king? 4 nobles voted for A. Host a lavish parade with jugglers and fountains of wine.
All right, fountains of wine.
The streets shall run green with alcoholic Mountain Dew.
Stat changes. This shows how much a stat has changed and how much by. Shows which stat has been changed and how much by. Okay. The coronation is a great success. Jugglers, wine, fireworks, and feasts. It has an impact on your treasury, of course, but what doesn't? And now the treasury is 2,000, and the stability is now civil. Fun thing, the lavish parade will also diminish the queen's treasury, which if it hits 0 means that they're disposed immediately. Yeah, so you can also kick me out by removing all of my resources.
By just dumping all of your money out of your
Still
pockets.
get to dunk you after that happens.
Monarchy speedrun.
Alright, let's do council introductions.
Now that you're the queen, your first duty is to meet with the Council of Nobles. Your nobles hail from all across the kingdom. The wintry north, the scorching south, and of course, the bleak march.
Good luck in the days ahead, Your Highness. You'll need it dealing with us a lot.
Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, I Want to Be Your Canary, for coming here. Premium Nobles. This is a player who has bought King of the Castle. They can set their customizations, get access to special outfits, and appear more often in storylines.
May the 9th God bless your reign, your highness. I trust you will conduct yourself with honor and faith.
Alright. And the Barons.
Hail and well met, your majesty. Under your leadership, we'll whip this kingdom into shape.
And with that, the introductions are done. The council hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue with each other and demand your favor. You sigh and sit back. Is this what council is like? No wonder your father told you to avoid the throne at all costs. Alright. Path to victory. Heir and ambition. The monarch must acquire an heir and complete their ambition to win the game. A spouse is useful but not necessary. That was my cat jumping for his food that drops at 8 p.m. Winning the game. Complete your ambition before a scheme or rebellion usurps you, or before you lose all authority, treasury, stability. I don't think I've ever seen someone actually get an heir. I guess I've only seen that once. Like last time.
It takes a
8
while.
PM cat time.
Yep, it's 8 p.m. cat time. It is. Who would like to play
Your
the Spy
Majesty.
Master?
Your Majesty, the first few years of your reign are the most difficult. New you are and unproven. The nobles of the council will scheme against you, hoping to kick you off of the throne and put their own puppet claimant in your place.
I didn't know it was coming out so soon.
I immediately
No.
thought it would be the Spy Master.
To defeat their schemes, secure an heir you must, and prove that worthy of the crown you are by completing an ambition.
Always fun to be Spy Master, isn't it?
Put in the extra work, just swap around the words.
Yoda,
My
it's Yoda
favorite
time.
activity it is.
Finally, Yoda's here. We've all wanted Yoda to be here.
My question is this. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you?
Oh boy. Oh boy, what do I want? Okay. So. as the greatest queen who ever lived, authority. So the choices are, for me, this is what I get to pick on my own. This is going to be my goal for the rest of the game that all of you are going to try to undermine. As a conqueror, goal military. As a peacekeeper, goal stability. As the greatest queen who ever lived, goal authority. As the mother of the nation, goal farming. That's our farming stats. As the architect of a new golden age, goal trade. As a saint, goal faith. That seems... We got 2 really strong faiths and then 1 nothing faith. I always see people go for authority or stability, so I kind of want to go for something else. Our farming is like just under average.
Wait, do you have all of these stats? Where are the others?
I pick one of them.
Oh.
So basically, the factions each have these stats. You see over here, these 5 stats over here. Defiance is a weird one, but these 4 stats are how good your faction is at certain things. So you can see that the Chiefs had this bolded one. The military is they're the strongest at, and the Grandees have this bolded one, faith, but they're also strongest at trade and farming with this amount of factions. And the Chiefs have a 0 because the faith is specifically not about just being religious. It's specifically about being devotees of the 9th god, and the Chiefs don't believe in that. They're pagans, so they have a starting religion of 0. Because I've seen the Chiefs a lot, so I feel like I can talk about them, but I don't know anything about the Barons. Let's see.
I don't know really anything about the Barons either, actually. I was
I
going to
don't
start talking, but I don't know.
They're
Yeah.
kind of just like hunting, partying, you know.
I'm gonna pick farming, because that's gonna be bad for all of you if you try to undermine your own farming, and I think that's fun. I would like to be remembered as the mother of the nation, with a goal of farming.
Interesting. Concerned are you for commoners? Or hoping are you for a favorable passage in the history books?
Sorry, I'm gonna hit play. Yeah, we're hopefully starting that game in April, maybe? Or May?
I suggest focus you over the next few years on improving the kingdom's overall farming as much as possible.
Yoda's not used to speaking sentences this long.
No, he's much more cryptic usually.
Once have an heir you do, I will return to discuss how your ambition progresses. Good luck, Your Majesty.
Thank you, Yoda. End season. Now that you've played all events, advance the game by clicking End Season. Schemes. Each region will now vote for one of 3 randomly selected schemes.
This is how the regions win the game.
Yeah, so as Juliet says, you all want to make sure your faction's ambitions aren't farming, because that will advance my agenda. And you want your agenda to be something contrary to me. Unless you want the monarch on your side.
I will
As
also
Juliet
say
said.
that if we go for farming, any of us, we're likely to complete that part of our quest before the monarch even has the chance to start winning.
That's true.
Yep. Schemes, stats, Steam stages. Schemes are made up of 3 stages with specific stat requirements. Winning the game. Passing all 3 scheme stages passes the region's claimant on the throne, winning the game. So, Barons of the March. Their representative, Lind.
Should I also voice Lind?
Do you want to voice both the Barons, or do you want to swap around who is voicing the claimants?
I think that maybe, because the monarch doesn't say a lot. Maybe the
I should just read 'em.
monarch should voice the claimants specifically.
Yeah. When have the Barons of the March backed down from a fight? Never. I know you'll do whatever it takes to put me, your rightful monarch, on the throne.
This is a vote for just barons.
Just
Yeah,
the Barons.
us 3 barons.
You 3 Barons. What scheme should the Barons pursue to overthrow the new queen and place their preferred claimant, Lind, on the throne? A. Doppelganger. Goal. lowest defiance. B, modernization. Goal, lower others military. C, propaganda, lower stability.
I disagree. I don't think B is the easiest one. I think B is maybe the hardest one because we have the Chiefs on the board.
The Chiefs are so militarized.
I would go with Defiance because we can directly affect our own Defiance more so than we can affect other people's stats, I feel like. And stability is already really high. And well, we could raise like lower stability fairly easy. I think A and C are like the better choices here. I say let's go A.
A doppelganger does also sound fun.
Yeah, it seems very different than any other of the various schemes that I've heard in this game.
Doppelganger does sound.
Now, Bard Rock Cafe, I know that your vote will not be the deciding one. But if you would like to vote, this is your reminder to vote right now.
I'll edit our chat members
I'm just
individually.
saying, we already called Bard Rock Cafe out a little bit because our campaign into the Final Fantasy X setting is a little delayed, but it's fine. There's lots of good reasons why that's delayed, and it'll be good when it comes out later. And we're working on it. We're working on that game. I'm gonna move us along because two of you have voted for the same thing. Voting has closed. What scheme should the barons pursue to overthrow the new queen and place their preferred claimant Lind on the throne? 2 nobles have voted for Doppelganger. Goal, lowest defiance. And the defiance stats down here at the bottom. The barons plan to swap the real queen for a perfect doppelganger. First, they must gain the trust of the spy master.
That's an incredibly cool fucking plan.
That's so fun. You're gonna find someone who looks exactly like me. To advance their scheme, the barons must be the region with the lowest defiance in 2 seasons. I've never seen any of the barons' schemes before, so I'm so excited about this. Chiefs. Their claimant is Vic. Chiefs of the North. We all know I should be on the throne, not this imposter Queen Lyra. How do we make that happen? So Chiefs, your 3 options are A, intimidation. Goal, raise others' defiance, which is in direct opposition from what the barons are trying to do. B, prophecy. Goal, raise authority. Or C, hornblower, lower all faith. And that's a little hard because the grandees are on the board, and the grandees are very strong with faith.
The barons ain't bad either.
Does prophecy just make the most sense then?
Let's see. It is you and is Crumpet and James. What do you think, James?
We're in the grandees.
Oh, this is the grandees. Chiefs. It is Robbie and Charlie. What do the 2 of you think? What do you think, Charlie? Intimidation, raise others' defiance, prophecy, raise authority, or hornblower, lower all faith?
But Cassidy already wants to keep defiance low for the barons. Or...
Yes, Cassidy's goal, which is this. Do you see this diamond with a check? That's Cassidy's goal.
Now,
is to
I will
keep
point out,
defiance low.
I believe the Baron's goal is to have their defiance be the lowest.
Yes.
Yes.
As long as you're only raising the Grandee's defiance.
But
Or
it's
even
hard to be targeted
raising
like
everyone's defiance,
That is
but
true.
ours is still the lowest.
that. Yeah.
I think I'm most interested in B.
Which is also what Charlie said.
Yeah. So I'm gonna...
Pathetic plan is fun.
So to vote, reminder that is !vote space B. What was the one that I won with the patricians the other night? Cassidy, do you remember what it was called?
No.
I can't remember what it was
Sorry.
called.
What
It
was
was
the
like
result?
conspiracy or something. Yeah, because what the goal was, I was trying
Oh,
to
yeah,
buy out
corruption.
all of the. I was trying to buy out all of the the monarchs' advisors.
Yeah, you bought
that
out
was
the
a
inner circle
corruption,
and
I
then
think.
blamed it on the
Corruption.
Monarch.
Yeah. What scheme should the chiefs pursue to overthrow the new queen and place their preferred claimant Vic on the throne? They voted for prophecy, raise authority.
shout outs to Vic from Someplace to Be. Now on your podcatchers.
someplaceplea.neocities.com. Or is it .org?
I think it's .org.
.org.
I think it's.
The chiefs plan to realize an ancient northern prophecy. Before the new monarch rises, the kingdom will be ruled by a mad tyrant. A farming tyrant. To advance their scheme, the chiefs must raise authority to 5 or more in 2 seasons. Well, guess what? It's at 5 right now, but other people may try to lower it to thwart you. And the grandees, Vina, says, "A false pretender occupies the throne while my claim is ignored. Grandees of the South, this is a stain on our honor. We must not allow it to go unanswered." So, grandees and grandees alone, what is your choice? A. Subterfuge. Goal, lower stability. B. Witch hunt. Goal, highest faith. That's one that I've done before, is witch hunt. And C. Excommunication. Goal, lower stability.
Now, bearing in mind that this is just the first goal of several.
Yes? Sorry. Oh, yeah, okay, never mind.
So,
I mean, you can have an opinion all you
okay,
want.
this is really interesting. I didn't know that they had multiple things that worked with the same stat.
Yeah, it's
do you
mostly
wanna-
the first stat.
Yeah, do you want to do subterfuge or excommunication?
Both sound fun.
Or do you want to
know?
do witch hunt, which is also...
Witch hunt is fun. I do want to hear what James thinks. Other
Yeah,
than just liking
James
all
likes
of them.
all of them.
Yeah, I know. They're all good.
And
I'm
James
good
says,
with
I do love a
if you're good with
subterfuge.
I can subterfuge.
That mobile game that takes super long to play.
But I also love a witch hunt, says James.
I'm going to subterfuge. I haven't seen it before.
Alright, subterfuge, A or B? Okay, Crumpet voted A.
I heard them talk about that on Waypoint Radio.
Yeah.
James voted for... Okay, I'm gonna hit continue. If for anyone just joining us, just so you know, you can join the game at any point with exclamation point, join, space, and your preferred pronoun from the big 3. He, she, they. From the big 3 pronouns. 2 nobles and the grandees voted for subterfuge, goal, lower stability. The grandees plan to replace the queen's advisors with their own agents. First, they must prove they're doing a bad job.
Oh shit, we're trying to oust Yoda.
To advance their scheme, the grandees must lower stability to 4 or less in 3 seasons.
I can't believe you're just Palpatine trying to set up a new empire.
Claimants. Here you can review the region's schemes and their claimants. Your heir. When you have an heir, they will appear on the right of this page. If your reign ends abruptly, the nobles will vote for the next monarch. This vote is between the 2 regions with the highest combined stats and your heir, if you have one. Your Majesty, these upstarts... Oh, that's... Do you want to read that?
Your Majesty, saying these upstarts are that they have a right to your throne. No doubt, scheming already the nobles are to crown their region's preferred claimant.
Alright, and the claimants are Lind, a long-lost nibbling. Vic, treacherous half-sibling. Half-sibling, that's the most I've ever seen, the closest I've ever seen a claimant actually be, like, close. And Vina, a distant cousin. Warning, the monarch currently has no heir. Alright, we got 3 options. A call for penances, on our guard, and a new plague.
Oh, we
Let's-
love a plague.
Let's
We
see
love
the
a plague.
plague. I haven't seen any scenes in the march yet.
Plagues
Love
sound like a
plague.
stability lowering.
Ooh, Juliet's here. Who was asked to be
Highness.
read like Yuna on Haste, right? That was the idea.
Yeah, fast and charming was the thing I read there. I haven't listened to a lot of that actual audio from FF10, so I'll have to just Oh, hey, actually, it was very fitting. I read ahead. This is a dancing plague.
Yes,
The march has been struck with plague, and not just any plague, a dancing plague.
Explain this to me.
It affects everyone, even dogs and cats. We don't know how it started, but it's spreading quickly. Whole villages are dancing themselves half to death.
Oh my gosh.
People die. Juliet dances.
Tonight core specifically.
Set laws for voting. What should be done about the dancing plague that has gripped the march? The options are A. Quarantine the affected villages, which will reduce trade. B. Pass a law that forbids dancing, which will increase authority, decrease stability, and increase defiance. C. Let it be. How bad is dancing anyway? Which will decrease stability and lower farming. I am going to veto lowering farming. How do I...
This can't be a Footloose situation. It can't. We can't just recreate Footloose.
That's a
No,
lot
I
of
think that
I'm
is exactly
sorry.
what we need to do.
We're not lowering farming.
We need
so,
we need to quarantine. The United States government refused to do so.
discuss.
Look,
Discuss.
I'm just saying that Footloose was an educational film, but the script was gotten hold of by some unruly sorts,
the
and the ending
barons
was
have
changed.
unanimously voted to quarantine the affected villages. Chiefs,
Now,
how do you
Chiefs.
vote?
Chiefs, I'm calling on you, please. It is in both our best interests to forbid dancing.
It really is. It's
But
the
think about
non-justice.
the health.
Non-justice. It's gotta be Footloose.
Oh, the authorities
All right, you
already where
voted
you
for
needed
Footloose.
to be.
Yeah, I wanted to stay up there.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's not gonna necessarily lower from the quarantining.
Voting has closed. What should be done about the dancing plague that has gripped the march? And everyone who is not in the march
Alright,
has
I'm-
something to say about the people who live in the march. And they say that
Correct.
the people that live in the march who voted for something else should pass a law that forbids dancing.
That is the situation, correct?
Reminder that if
Feet,
you would like to
foot
join and
feet.
also cast a vote, you can join with exclamation point
cops.
join.
Put on your fucking feet.
The peasantry and nobility are unhappy with the new dancing ban, which has earned you the moniker of the cantankerous queen. The kingdom authority is now commanding, the kingdom's stability is now stable, and the march defiance is now aloof. So good on you, all of you have progressed all of your things simultaneously except for the barons. I'm so sorry, the barons. You know
The
what they
Grandees
say,
still need a
treat
little
the
more
symptom,
boost.
not the cause, says James.
I think casting this law is very funny. I'm learning the game. Let's see how much I metagame in the
cut
future.
Footloose.
Worse
This
still,
site will not be
it doesn't
forgotten.
slow the spread. No matter how much one is flogged or fined, they continue to dance. Soon your bailiffs are dancing along with them.
People are fined and Yuna dances.
Oh,
People are flogged. And
wow,
unit-
people hate this new regime.
It's rough out there in the march already.
Whew. All right, call for apprentices in the north.
Yeah, that's me. Bad news, Your Highness. A meddling wizard has set up shop in Njordar.
A wizard, you say?
Oh,
A wizard.
I believe it is Athmariel, the Stormbringer.
tell me more about this wizard.
Wizards have managed to tame creation itself.
I've lost his voice entirely.
They wield untold power and are naturally distrusted by the church. Even the High Inquisitor wouldn't dare move against them openly.
That sounds totally wizard, man.
Athmariel, as her name suggests, is the wizard whose domain includes both sky and storm.
Self-explanatory, really.
Mhm.
She's put out a call for new apprentices, which is a rare event. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for many. Droves of unwashed, glory-seeking common folk from all over the north are lining up for their chance. What a way to speak about my people.
Oh, thank you for the raid. Thank you, Erica.
Pog.
Hi, everybody. If you would like to join our game, you can join at any time by typing !join into the chat. Hi, thank you. Welcome. So there's a wizard that is seeking apprentices, and people are joining them.
Unwashed, glory-seeking common folk are joining them.
Ooh, Cassidy, it's you.
Hi, hello, Raiders.
Not just peasants. I, Cassidy, have also decided to apply. The competition will be fierce, but those peasants are no match. I will be the most powerful noble this council has ever seen. Oh wait, if that's my okay, I need to change my voice if that's what my motivation is.
Yeah, you are
I'll
trying
keep
to
that in
become
mind
a
going
wizard's
forward.
apprentice. Thank you. So Raiders, I'll just type an example of how you join. You just do !join and then a pronoun.
Sounds like they know, but it's good.
Well, if you don't know, that's how you do it.
Welcome to the game, Siobhan. Now
Oh
you're playing.
Jesus!
Welcome
I'm
to the
allowed to
game.
play. That's
Oh,
not
no.
fair. Well, I'm not doing. I'm not.
Oh,
don't worry, I
no.
won't be
Yeah,
voting. That's
just
that's not fair. I'm sorry, Chiefs. You might be at a number disadvantage for a
no.
while. That's weird that I'm allowed to join my own game. Oh, anyway.
You can put your clothes on if it wasn't for your servant's help.
Whoa, burn.
Oh, damn.
We can't let this go ahead. To have a potential wizard on the council present a clear and dangerous conflict of interest.
A conflict of interest? How?
Wizards answer only to themselves. Their power is unmatched, such that entire kingdoms cannot stand against them.
Huh.
Even an apprentice on the council would be disastrous. Baron Cassidy could use message to interfere with votes, or you for that matter.
Then we shall assemble the council.
God's blessing be your greatness.
Set laws for voting. Should Baron Madlobotanist be allowed to apprentice under the Wizard Admiral in the North? Option A. Allow Baron Madlobotanist to become Admiral's apprentice. B. Require they forfeit their noble title in order to become an apprentice. C. Forbid Madlobotanist from traveling to Nordjar. And my veto is on cooldown, but I could do a Monarch's Choice here.
If you're not going to solve our problem, allow me to solve it myself. If we can't dance, then let me solve the problem.
I will. I'm not gonna put a choice. I'll
We-
let you discuss it yourselves. I'll start the vote.
We did just vote to inflict a very cruel and pointless law on the march.
Yeah, you did.
No.
You did put a pretty bad. You banned dancing in the march,
So
and
I
they're
think
on a
we're willing.
plague, so it didn't stop the dancing.
I think we're willing to make a compromise here with B.
I think,
Cassidy has voted for A. Allow them to become Admiral's apprentice.
Listen, it's in the fiction. I have to vote for this.
Yeah, that's pretty fun. That's what
Yeah,
your
that's
character
fair.
would want.
Oh yeah, mine was clearly B at best.
Now, to the best of your knowledge, noble mad botanist, will this wizardry involve dance?
No.
Then I'm all for it. Let's go.
Why would it involve dancing?
They want to get
Wizardry
rid
is
of
a
it.
strange and arcane art. I don't know.
People want a wizard on the council.
That is too much.
No
chaos.
dancing, no problem.
I'm willing to make a compromise. A B at best. For the Chiefs.
Oh man, one vote could make it a tie when it's my vote because I didn't
It's
know that
your
I would
vote.
be allowed to
You're
join
the
my
eighth
own
person.
game.
Alright, that's fine here. I don't think we have any of us has joined yet.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna move along. Voting has closed. Can I kick myself? I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think you can, in the game itself, I don't think you can, like, really do anything that... I don't think you can really grief in this game.
If you refresh your Twitch chat, would that kick you out of the game?
No, I think you'll just stay in the game.
I can't really refresh my Twitch chat because it's a dock on my OBS.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so 4 nobles have voted for allow Baron Madlabanis to become Athmoral's apprentice.
Why Morgana's Cauldron? How will they keep up with their noble duties if they're spending all their time in the north with this wizard?
The north, Defiance is now aloof. The south, Defiance is now aloof. And the march, Defiance is now cordial. Congratulations on making progress on your goal.
But you're less defiant by becoming
Less
a wizard?
defiant, because the barons want to be
Yeah.
the least
The
defiant
Barons wanted to be
faction.
wizard.
I wanted to be a wizard, and now that I'm allowed to be a wizard, I'm more okay with the government.
Alright, that makes sense. And what if, gods be good, they actually passed their apprenticeship? There's never been a wizard on the council before.
You never know, it might liven things up around here.
You've nothing to fear from me, my liege. I have always had the kingdom's interests at heart, even as a wizard.
This apprenticeship fucked up
Good luck
your
on
voice
your
real good.
studies, Baron. Baron Madlabanis sets off immediately on their journey to the north.
They get 1 day of
There's
wizard
nothing to fear but
apprenticeship.
dancing itself. Oh no!
Oh,
Farming is
no.
now meager. Trade is now modest.
Fucked up my farming.
Uh-oh.
Athmoral's presence in Nordra attracts all sorts of visitors, though, and her power of latent mounting starts to wilt crops for miles around. No.
Miles of crops.
It'll be fine.
What's the worst that could happen?
Just import
I'm
brandy.
just a little
bread.
wizard.
Who would like to be the marshal?
I haven't done one of these yet.
Please, Rami.
I don't have a different voice. I was like preparing myself to talk a different voice. I don't have that in me.
Here, I'll mute while you read this so that we're not echoing.
Now that you're a queen, you need personal protection. Why, I could plunge my sword into your heart right now, could I not?
I suppose so.
You need an honor guard to keep you safe from such dangers, Your Majesty. Fortunately, this is a political decision.
But what about the Palace Watch?
Hoorah!
Hoorah!
Don't make me laugh, Your Majesty. These tin soldiers can keep out the riffraff. Do you expect them to stand up to a warlock or a child of the Viper? Or me, for that matter?
Thank you for watching the stream.
Cassidy.
Oh,
What? Honor Guard, what's that?
Ever since King Errol the Great, royalty have enjoyed the protection of an elite honor guard selected from one of the regents of the kingdom. They'll accompany you at all times, test your food for poison, sleep outside your bedroom, make sure you like their faces, Your Majesty, because you'll be seeing them a lot.
Okay, here's something that I already know. I already know I like the nuns from the Grandees in terms of their designs. I'm just gonna say that up front. What are my options?
Each region offers a selection of elite guards, the chiefs with their most famous warrior heroes.
most famous.
The Grandees with fierce battle nuns from the Sisterhood of Steel, and the Barons offer a squad of battle-hardened veteran soldiers. Think carefully, Your Majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and the region. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries that'd be loyal to coin above all.
I'm sorry, did you say battle nuns? Yes. Let's talk about the battle nuns first.
Terrifying warriors, and they've sworn a vow of silence, so at least they won't spill state secrets. Very good. But their faith and loyalty is to the church above all, even your safety.
Tell me about the northern warriors.
Bearded oafs with axes and no manners. They'll get drunk and cause trouble in the palace. no discipline at all, and I can't guarantee they won't run off with a random quest. They're honorable and in a fight, unbeatable.
Yes, there's drops. There's golden armor for if you play a monarch on your own. Just so you know, you do have to go to the drops page on Twitch and claim it before you can start up the next 30 minutes for the next drop, which is the other alternate color of that armor.
Yeah, the one you get for watching the stream is you have a bagpipe
Ooh.
called the Proud Piper.
Ooh. Tell me about the veterans of the march.
These soldiers have fought more battles, had hot dinners. They'll be uncouth, no doubt, and won't adapt well to life at the palace, but they're loyal and tough as nails.
Huh. Interesting. What foreign mercenaries do you suggest?
A band of fearsome fighters from Tatterlands called the Battle-Bitten Brethren.
I love the Battle Bitten Brethren.
They specialize in bodyguard work, but they're costly. Hiring foreigners will be considered an insult to all the region.
I have made my decision. I'm going with the nuns.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think I figured out what the Baron's gimmick is. And their gimmick is that they're just completely normal.
Yeah,
They're just
kinda.
average. So I was thinking about, because the others, there are 4, qualities that a faction can have. And of course, the Grandees are strong in faith. The Chiefs are strong in military. The Patricians are strong in trade. That means that the Counts must be good at farming?
Yes.
And so
I think so.
the Barons are average. Yeah, okay. They're just normal.
And
They're just normal people.
and that goes down straight to the flavor of like what the people there are like, because they're just very normal.
Normal folks.
So I would like the Southern nuns,
Just
please.
normal folks. Just innocent folks.
Rebby?
I like the arrangement so much.
The North is now grumbling, the March is now aloof, and the South is now cordial.
Damn, I need to piss the South off more.
Yeah.
We are cordial.
Yeah, this furthered my pursuits by picking the Battle Nuns. The Battle Nuns arrive in the palace a few weeks later. They nod to you silently, their solemn steel masks betraying nothing, before filing into formation behind your throne.
Very cool.
And before we end season, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. And we'll be back in a short amount of time.
Well, let me cash in a hydrate real quick.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, I got some
Yeah, drink some water.
H2O.
Zippies.
Sip.
Thank you. Okay, BRB. Alright. I just put us back on the screen. I'm ready. I'm ready to keep playing. I say we end the season. How do you two feel? We're back? Gone?
Yeah, I think it is time to progress.
Yeah.
Let's do this. End season. Buildings. Nobles can use their
Shit.
wealth to bid on any building in the region, each of which affects a stat.
Building time.
Buildings. This is done through an auction, where only the 2 most funded buildings are chosen.
That wasn't mine. I swear.
When the auction is open, nobles can fund with the following command: fund a X, where X is their personal wealth. So you can decide how much money to put in there. Yeah, Chan has a throne.
Can't believe we forgot to pick no build mode.
Can't believe we dropped for that picking no build
Buildings.
mode.
When you're ready, hit start auction to begin the auction. So I'm gonna give everyone some time, so you can read it. I'll read the options aloud. And the other thing is that these buildings are built in the region that they're color coded for, which means that, for example, the observatory is going to affect specifically the faith in the March in the Barons territory. So the Barons, option A, library, which will increase stability. Barons, option B, observatory, which will decrease faith. Chiefs, Fortress C, which will increase military. Chiefs, Monument D, which will increase authority. Grandees, Deer Park, which will decrease farming. And Grandees Prison, which will decrease stability. And all of you at this point all have 1,000 coins to your name that you may spend however you wish. Just so you know, at the end of every season there will be an auction, so if you want to try to save money for next season, you can, although there may be random events in the game that will make you lose money. Or gain money, depending. And I see there's discussion in the chat. Juliet says maybe E. We all like E because it hurts Monarch. Charlie said, I mean, I like D, of course, but I think we're okay. Cassidy said, if any of you vote F, you're a cop. And Juliet said, A would benefit red and blue, but I think E would benefit everyone. And I'm going to hit start, and you may start voting. Remember that the 2 most funded buildings will be funded.
If F passes, I think we can agree to try and get that defiance down for the Barons next season.
I don't talk to cops.
And James said, I think we should put the deer where they belong, in prison.
We got a lot of people who need to be in prison right now.
The current
What are
leading
you, a
building
fucking
is
cop?
F, the prison.
Whoa.
The current leading building is E, the deer park.
Oh, Cassie's all in on the deer park.
Cassie's all
I
in
got
the
I got nothing else I want. I want to see this deer, and I do not want to see a prison.
James, you have to pick what you want to fund before you put the amount. Yeah, fund F for 20. Yeah, so E is leading.
Yeah, I'm good with E. I like the sound of that. I like a deer park.
E
I
and
like
F are
lowering,
leading
but
by a lot.
does
People
someone need
should throw money behind the monument. I can't because I'm out of money now, but that's what I
Time's
think.
up.
Oh, too
that? Oh
late.
shit!
Oh, I'm
Damn.
sorry, Juliet.
No.
Trying
We
for a
have
last-second
2
side vote.
buildings made in
Wait,
the
did-
Grandees territory. We have a deer park and a prison. Thank you to Mad Lobotanist and Crumpet Boy for contributing the most money. Oh, I'm
sorry,
sorry,
Juliet.
stream lag. No, I'm sorry.
I appreciate the effort, though. It was extremely
It's-
intelligent play.
Honestly, it is a great play. I was
Yeah,
holding
that was gonna be good. Put
I
exactly
was holding
as
a fun
much
500 if things
Yeah.
didn't go my way.
as Barbara Cafe says. Put the deers in prison. Yeah, that was.
If I see you talking like that in the marches, I'm gonna kick you out.
Was there any way to extend that, or was it just
No,
the game?
it's an
that
auto
auto ends.
timeout,
Oh.
as Juliet explained in the beginning. Alright, sorry, Grandees, you don't have a skit in your territory yet. Let's follow up on the dancing.
We're making money moves elsewhere. Don't you
Let's
worry
see what's
about us.
happening with the
We're
dancing.
making money moves.
Baroness Juliet Pasteur stands before you, hopping frantically from one foot to the other as she speaks.
The plague, Your Highness. It's spreading. Why, I think I've been affected myself.
Where did you learn those moves?
Now is not the time for jest, Your Highness. You need to do something or we'll douse ourselves to death.
Yes, when will Juliet stop dancing?
This may look fun, but trust me, it's anything
Juliet
but.
won't stop dancing. Not till Sin is gone.
Drink to that. Alright, set laws for voting. The dancing plague has spread to half the kingdom. What can be done? A. Order the nobles to hide in their castles and wait it out. B. Hire a wizard to sort it out. That would use all of the treasury and I would instantly lose. So I am
I
doing
think
that.
we should hire a wizard. We have one in the
Sorry,
kingdom
we're
already.
not
I think
doing
we
that.
should hire a wizard,
Or
perhaps a
infect
wizard's
the
apprentice.
nobility. Wait, I need to read the best one. Infect the nobility as a show of solidarity. You're tearing this town apart with all this dancing.
I will be true to my word and say, since we got the prison, I will not raise your.
Although maybe I
your
should have let
defiance.
you finish this game immediately, and then we would have played with the new noble. Shit. Okay, sorry.
That's fine.
I should have let that
Um,
happen. I've never seen that
Yeah,
happen.
no.
I should have let that happen. Oh well.
We
We'll
got
take more
plenty of
Don't worry about it.
time. Wait if you get an heir before we do that. That would be funnier. You get to play as your heir.
I do. I do want an heir. I have to get married first,
Okay.
I think.
What am I thinking? I think C is extremely funny. I don't know.
Chiefs,
have a
how do you
strat for
vote? You can
these.
change the outcome here if you both vote. Alright, it's tied.
Ooh, Charlie's
It's
deciding
Charlie's
vote.
choice.
It's tied.
Charlie's choice.
Charlie, how do you vote? Do you want to order the nobles to
Wow,
hide
I
in their
can't
castles
believe
or
my
infect the
own
nobility as a
marches.
show of severity?
Yeah.
Charlie says
Wow.
infect the nobility as a
Let's
show of
go.
solidarity.
What is happening in this kingdom?
The Grand
My
Duke
own
stood
people
with you.
turning against me.
At least it was your own people and not your neighbors this time.
Is that better?
We had
Yes.
our fun.
At least they're voting in their own turf. Voting is closed. The dancing plague has spread to half the kingdom. What can be done? 4 nobles voted for infect the nobility as a show of solidarity.
I guess the nobility is already infected.
Now that's gentility in spirit right there.
Or at least everybody's defiance rose.
Not everyone is keen to show solidarity. Still, the best way is showing the peasants that you're all in this together. And defiance is
We're
raised in
all
every
this together.
area. It's insolent, grumbling, and aloof. You dance your way to the council chambers every day, then dance your way to dinner, then dance back to bed. In your sleep, your feet do a little jig. Eventually, the plague runs its natural course. Now, though, even a hint of jaunty tunes sends half the population into a frenzied panic. Many will never dance again.
I'm never gonna
Our
dance
footloose
again.
strategy has worked.
Guilty feet have got no rhythm.
Stability is now unstable. Ugh, maybe I should have just let you all kill me right then and there. Oh well. Ceremony of friendship with the capital. Baron Bardrock Cafe is here.
Your Highness, too long have we let tension simmer between us. We are citizens of the same kingdom, are we not? We worship the same god. I just want to assure you that the barons are loyal, despite the rumors. And to prove it, let's hold a ceremony of friendship where we renew our feudal vows.
What does that involve?
It's basically a big party, followed by a renewal of our vows of loyalty. This is the Baron's only affair, by the way. Other regions are not invited. Though, unfortunately, we still need council approval to open the treasury's purse strings.
Set laws for voting. How should the Baron's ceremony of friendship be conducted? A. Declare a day of public celebration across the kingdom. B. The Queen shall attend a private Barons-only party. C. Ceremony of friendship sounds like a waste of time. I will let you discuss this amongst yourselves. Ace. He looks
I'm
like
fine
he's
with
gonna
ARB.
attack my charging cord for my headset. What do you
I think
say?
the question is, how much do we want to drain this treasury?
Listen, we would get money from it if you don't drain the treasury. So, like, I'm fine with either.
Trying to fit in like a comment about everyone was looking on to you guys dancing and everyone like spread that public celebration across the whole kingdom, or where like we do not want to partake. Please have your own parents only party.
One of the barons says, the queen shall attend a private barons only party, and the grandees agree that that should happen.
Alright.
4 voted, so I believe that that is the majority no matter what happens.
Sure, why not? Oh, I hit the wrong button. I'm so used to hitting vote A.
That's fine.
I'm so used to hitting vote
So
A.
used to
Why
hitting
not?
vote A over here.
So used to hitting vote A.
Alright. 6 people have voted. If the last person wants to vote, you can. You can't put any other commentary in your vote prompt, just so you know. Otherwise, it doesn't work. Alright, vote C. Ceremony, a waste of time. But the voting has closed as... how should the Baron's ceremony of friendship be conducted? And people agree that the Queen shall attend a private Barons-only party. You attend a private party at Baron Bardrock Cafe's rural keep, where you and the Baron swap gifts and enjoy a 7-course banquet and watch a horse race. The March. Baron Bardrock Cafe's wealth has increased, and the kingdom is now at 1350, so we're a little low.
Now we won't be able to
Oh,
afford
yeah.
a wizard in our dire times.
The sun sets, the barons kneel before you and repeat their feudal vows. You anoint each of their foreheads with a dab of sacred oil. They raise to their feet and embrace you, one by one, and their defiance is now cordial.
Ah, yes, a little
What?
dab of EVOO.
Getting it good here.
Alright, time for me to find a spouse.
My kingdom is fucking mad up here. 'Cause you guys send a council member to become a wizard.
In the twisty passages of your castle, you can avoid your advisors, the nobles, and even the spymaster, but there's one person you can't avoid. Who wants to play my mother? Your mother. Still no
can.
grandee events. I'm sorry, James. I'm sure they will happen in 2 seasons from now, if not next season.
Why haven't you found a spouse yet? It's been almost a year.
I've been busy.
You better find the time. Don't worry, I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What's your preference? Men, women, or do you not mind?
Let's look at
Little-
women.
Little lumpy space princess.
Little lumpy space princess.
Excellent. I'll send
I
out
love
messengers
LSD.
to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer.
Oh right, that doesn't do anything yet.
Oh.
I have to receive their stuff later. Right, look,
Wait,
it's like
somebody
all
have-
of you, all 3 of you have achieved your goals for this season.
But only
Yo,
one of us
what's
is
up?
evaluated right now, I think.
Okay. Seeking a simulacrum. Deep in the forests of the March, Baroness Juliet Pasteur has gone boar hunting with a few of her close friends. You said you had... Oh, sorry,
That's
Cassidy.
me. You said you had a surprise for me?
Indeed,
In-
and here it is. Hold,
Thanks.
you got it.
Your Highness, what are you doing here at such an hour? I'm sorry, I hope you didn't overhear any.
Quit babbling, you blowhard. This isn't the queen. It's a peasant who's the queen's spitting image.
Welcome, Cinder. Cinder, you have joined the Chiefs.
Oh, good.
Oh.
Strange?
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
Great God! And just in time. The Spy Master trusts me so much that she's not noticed that we're fortifying the border.
Military is now powerful in the March.
That means we can move on to the next phase. Kidnapping the queen and putting this fool in her place.
How do we manage that?
We need the kingdom in utter chaos. Bad enough that the queen's abduction can slip past unnoticed. Excellent.
For the
Yeah.
next stage of their scheme, the barons must lower stability to 4 or less in 4 seasons. Well, it's already at 3.
National treasure voice. We're going to kidnap the queen.
We're going to kidnap the queen. I'm sorry, did you say we're going to kidnap the queen? I just watched the National Treasure 2 last night because I started watching it when I was watching the television show. Anyway, the television show is not bad, especially if you love very cheesy television.
We're going to kidnap the queen.
Interpreting the prophecy, far to the north, where snows blanket the landscape and wolves howl in the night, the chiefs uncover an ancient prophecy foretelling the rise of a tyrant queen and the warrior who will overthrow her. A congregation of God speakers huddle around the tablets, detailing the supposedly ancient story, whispering excitedly.
Just doing some sick track and field on those tablets.
Just hurtling around them. Praise Morgana, the tablets are genuine.
Oh,
I guess
thank
this
you
is
for the
the-
hydrate.
I guess if someone else wants to be the other character, I'll do.
I'll take the other one.
Then the gods are good and we are blessed. Vic will be our monarch. All hail the Lord render.
Title.
The chiefs. Cheers circled the clan hall. A mug of ale is tipped over Veek's head.
Chiefs also circle the clan hall. The influence of the old gods is spreading. We must ensure we keep the old ways of the north alive, and surely Morgana will bless us with power to crown Vic.
For the next stage of the chief's scheme, they must lower their faith to 4 or
Uh-huh.
less in 4 seasons. Why is that even an option? They start out with 0.
It could have been raised.
Sick.
It could have been raised, I suppose. Taxation. You may collect a common tax or target a specific region. Taxing a region will increase their defiance stat and decrease noble wealth. Well, now nobody's trying to work with their defiance, so... Alright, trade bonus. The chiefs strike a rich vein of iron in the mountains, making 500 wealth. The other nobles gain 200 wealth. The advisor says, you can take a small tax from the kingdom's commoners or tax one region's nobles. The latter will raise defiance to take personal wealth from nobles of that region. Alright, let's see
have
here. The richest
no money.
nobles are the chiefs. Chiefs got a lot of money over here.
We're pretty defiant up here.
The chiefs are
That is
also very
true.
defiant and have a high military.
What could go wrong?
What could go
Go
wrong
wrong.
here? What could go
Listen,
wrong?
you need money.
You
Meanwhile-
need some money.
Interestingly enough, the March has our richest noble, a mediumist noble, and a forest noble.
I'm spending all that money on my wizard tuition.
I would take all your money away if I taxed you specifically. And
Yeah.
Eat the rich as
Spend it
long
on
as
the
it's not
beer party.
us. Yes, I believe that is what rich people all say. The queen funneling money to her coffers from a shell corporation noble chief. I think I'll just do a common tax because I'm a coward, I guess.
That should lower authority.
Yeah, I guess so. Because I didn't make anyone else mad. And we're ending the season. Oh, sorry, Grandees.
Still
You
no
don't have one.
grandies.
One of these
I-
other stories has to end first, I think.
Yeah, inappropriate.
I think the
I'm
dancing
excited
one
for that.
ended.
I am going
Be
to.
sure good man you'll find.
I'm gonna look at my prospects. Queen Mother.
I have found 3 potential matches for you. 1 eligible young woman from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely, you'll be securing a powerful alliance.
Yes, I know. Your mother leads you to the Great Hall, where she's arranged 3 portraits on easels. For now, each is covered by cloth. Wait, I don't get to even meet them?
There's no time for sentiment. You just need a match that befits your station and suits your political needs.
She whisks away the cloth from the first portrait.
This is Hilda, firstborn daughter of the Northern Cinder Elm Creek clan. She's your typical northern lass, big, brawny, and honest. In the same way an axe to the face is honest. I've heard she spends most of her time playing cards or making wagers with friends and hangers-on. They say she's determined to amass a fortune through gambling.
Uh-huh. I can see the appeal, I suppose.
From the south, Adana, the eldest daughter of the And the Meltdown's lineage. A quiet and retiring soul, preferring solitude to the company of others. She's been in more duels than I can count and won them all. And she's got grand plans by all accounts. She wants to change the world.
I love a woman who can kick my ass. Not bad. Not bad at all.
And finally, we have the Marches offering. Katja, scion... I think I pronounced that way wrong. Scion of the prestigious Madlabotanist bloodline. A typical baroness, really. Loud and brash and self-absorbed, but mostly well-meaning. She set up her own mercenary company for a while and did good business. That's all over now, though. She was high up in the army, training the troops, but was dishonorably discharged for some reason.
Sounds like a laugh.
Can't.
What do you
believe-
think? Of course, by picking a candidate, you'll anger the other regions, but you'll gain a lifelong alliance.
What
Can't
do you
believe we
think,
got
advisors?
3 butch baddies.
What did you say?
We got 3 butch baddies.
I know. I know. Alright,
Do we have say on that? I mean, like, whichever one you pick and make the other 2 kingdoms mad.
it will make the other 2 kingdoms mad, but I'm also, I mean, like, I guess they, like, the obvious strat would be to marry the chief's woman, because she's, like, that they've got the highest defiance right now, but, I mean...
Is us having high defiance bad for you? How does that
Well,
work?
because you are the chiefs, and you have a high military,
Yeah.
you could rebel and literally start a war and fight me and possibly
Once
win.
you get over the authority
Yeah.
limit, because the stability is already way too low.
Yeah, my
for it to
authority is
matter.
pretty high, so that would be pretty hard. She's gambling though. Show me the.
Thank you for watching the stream.
Show me the southern candidate again. Adana,
them
eldest
cheekbones.
daughter of the and the Meltdown's lineage, quiet and retiring soul, preferring the solitary. And she's been in more duels than she can count and won them all. Yeah, I'm gonna pick her. I picked the Grandee's nuns, and now I'm picking the Grandee's daughter. I have made my decision. Anne Donna of the South. Chiefs went right up. Excellent. Oh, sorry. Cassidy.
Excellent. I'll make the arrangements.
The South is now loyal. The North is now aggrieved, and the March is now aloof.
Ocean.
All right,
Ocean.
ocean. Yes.
Fishing.
Where's the inappropriate magic?
I say ocean, you say fishing.
Uh-oh.
Sick.
Oh, that's me. Gah,
You're
your
skeleton
greatness.
bones.
Help me.
Help
I've been cursed. Withering away. Madlaban is to blame.
I love these faces in the background.
That's me. That's my avatar that I accidentally added to the game. Look, I didn't know the streamer was allowed to join, okay? I was trying to do an example of how to join.
Look, I didn't expect Athmorel's spell to do that. Anyway, she stole my prized Ateshi toothbrush last week. I'm still doing the fucking mom voice. Hold on, give me a second.
More
Think
like
about
runaway
Shadow.
skeleton, am I right?
Heyo. So true, bestie.
I only wanted
Guess
to
you
give
wanna-
her a
Yeah,
toothache.
this bottle is kind of large. Uh-huh. Unimaginable pain. Please. By the gods. Make it stop.
Acts of my ancestors cannot go unpunished, Your Highness.
Unimaginable pain.
I've been trying to figure out if that bottle is large or I am
Wait.
small. Yeah, this is like a big. It's like a big bottle. of,
Oh my
hard
god.
cider.
Wait, did those things at the bottom both happen? We get ready.
A moment
Yeah.
later, Runaway Sorcery Skull falls off and she collapses onto the floor in a pile.
Bones.
The North Chief Runaway Sorcery has died. Runaway Sorcery the Second has joined the council. All right. Good job, everyone. Challenges. Some choices have uncertain outcomes called challenges, and they are marked with this little dice symbol in the corner. Right, gamers? We all know what that means. These can either be random or based on a stat. The percentage shows the chance of success. Okay, that's what it means, chance of success.
Yeah, Siobhan, can you read the percentages out because I cannot see them for
They are
I will
tiny.
read them
they're
aloud.
illegible.
I will read them aloud in a second. Yeah, it's a no bones day. The option. So, should Baron Mad Lobotanist be punished for accidentally using their new power to kill Chief Runaway Sorcery?
It's just bones.
A. Force Mad Lobotanist to abandon their apprenticeship to Athmoral, and that is a 60% chance of success based on authority. B. Hang Mad Lobotanist and be done with it. That will increase defiance. And C. Do nothing. Do nothing.
It's just bones.
It's just bad.
Because what if my people would be walking around as a skeleton?
Alright, as a reminder, this is a 60% chance so that A will succeed. If you try to force Mad Lobotanist to abandon their apprenticeship, because that person has magic
Hang Mad
now.
Lobotanist and be done with it.
Indeed,
I have
you
heard
can
from
join,
one of
you
my,
know.
I've
Exclamation
heard from one of
point
my
join
constituents in
space
absentia.
preferred pronoun. If you want to play, you can actually influence these outcomes.
I'm
Or
just
you
a normal wizard.
Or you can
just
just
an
be
innocent
Chan and
wizard.
just voice your thoughts out loud.
I voted for the wrong damn one.
Oh, well.
I meant to vote B.
Do you want me to vote for B then?
Oh.
I can vote for B as Runaway
No, it'll be
Sorcery the
fine.
Second.
I think
It'll
it's
be
funnier.
fine.
No,
Do nothing. It's fine. I'm
people.
innocent.
my skeleton people.
It's just one skeleton, Bones, and they don't
It
even
could
vote.
It could be so many more.
Alright, Crumpet, you
stole
said
my
that you voted
toothbrush.
accidentally. I will fix that.
It's fine. Don't
I am
worry about
observing
it.
the chaos of white monarchy from my lands in the east. I may join later, but it depends on how long. Okay, you can join and rejoin whenever. You don't have to stay once you join. You can,
Mhm.
I'm going to, you know what, Crumpet? You said that you are, now,
Let the ball play.
would you still have voted for B if you were to vote again?
Given that I am the one who voted last for C, yeah.
Okay, then I'm just gonna fix it for you.
Well, ties.
Well, I get,
Yeah,
as
but
the monarch,
ties go
get
to
to
the
decide
monarch.
on ties, much like a vice
Oh,
president.
okay.
Damn.
There is one person who hadn't voted, but too late now.
Well, I'm sorry, person who hadn't voted.
That's on them. They should have voted.
I'm sorry.
Gotta rock the vote.
You
Um,
gotta Pokemon go to the polls.
Hmm.
I'm gonna break the tie, and I'm gonna say, hang Mad Lobotanist and be done with it.
Wow.
You know, you mess with power.
It's fucked up that I can be killed by just one member of
What
the
it is that we
trio
need
of
more
factions.
people to be playing the game with us.
Hmm.
Wait till we got
yeah.
Hold on,
13
hold on.
viewers.
I gotta change my voice yet again. No, I won't let you. Unlimited power shall be mine.
The Sith there is here.
We failed the challenge. We only
This
had a
wasn't even the
60%
challenge
chance-
one.
We only had a 60% chance. I thought it was a challenge.
No, that was
No,
the
the other one
force,
was the
A.
challenge.
Yeah,
Oh, well,
they-
Forced to abandon
Anyway.
it.
As the Palace Watch moved to arrest them, they're vaporized by a wave of
God.
magical energy. Once the dust settles, Mad Lobotanist is nowhere to be
Hey,
seen.
things could just turn bad on us.
Yeah, things can just turn bad, yes.
Well, This is awkward.
The chiefs aren't pleased that Mad Lobotanist got away, but no one can say you didn't try, and now their defiance is
Jesus.
mutinous, and it's tied with my authority.
Mutinous. Everything is going wrong for you up here.
Yeah, my farming
Oh, I've died. I
initiative
must have-
is so
No,
bad.
you did die,
Oh, you
I
died.
guess I vaporized
You
myself.
vaporized everyone.
including yourself.
And Mad Lobotanist II has joined the castle.
Damn.
Well.
Grab
Okay.
up the motorcycle.
Time for a
Huge cloud
rogue
is
golem.
trying to dissipate.
Rogue
Bones.
Golem.
I'm gonna refer to this as a construct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A rogue construct has crossed into our territory over the Ashmedian border, my liege. This could be an exciting opportunity.
What's a construct?
It's a machine in the shape of a man, usually sculpted from clay or stone. The Ashmedians use them for dredge work and warfare.
Why did it cross over here?
It was instructed to dig a trench, but evidently not told when to stop.
Classic.
It had dug a 16-mile furrow through the landscape and over the border by the time we stopped it. It's a very long furrow.
Yeah.
Please, my liege, this is our chance to figure out how this construct magic works. We can even turn it against Ashmead.
Your Majesty, the barons would drown their own grandmothers to gain advantage over Ashmead, or of the chiefs and grandees. Constructs are an offense to the Ninth God, and they're dangerous. We should destroy it before it gets out of control.
Set laws for voting. What should be done with the rogue Ashmedian construct that has crossed over into the march? Use it as a source of labor. Add it to the marcher armor. Use it as a source of labor. That's a 50% chance. Add it to the marcher army. That's 60% chance. Take it apart and figure out its secrets. That's 60% chance on trade. Or D, destroy it. Increase defiance, increase faith, increase stability.
I think we should take it apart and figure out a secret. Surely magic can't go bad twice in the marches.
My vote is to destroy it.
Destroy it.
Let's see
I
what
think we
you
should
say.
take this thing apart.
Again,
Not
this
dealing with
is
any of this.
50% chance of success for A, 60% chance of success for B, 60% chance for C, and the other one is not a chance at all.
Think about what we could use with these secrets. We could make it do anything.
You could skeletonize.
We
more
made it look
people.
like us.
I would literally not make new. I would have to create skeletons and not.
We
turn
could have
people
made
into
it look like
skeletons.
anything, but we made it look like us.
We made it look like bones.
Last person. If you would like to vote, you may.
That'd be Juliet.
Also Juliet. Juliet and Cinder.
Was
I
it
think
East
both need
Coast
to-
bedtime?
No, Cinder,
Cinder
did.
voted.
Never mind.
Cinder did vote.
I haven't seen them in chat for a bit.
Yeah, it might be East Coast bedtime already.
It may be East Coast bedtime.
I think they did vote on the last one though.
Yeah.
I don't think they did.
No, I don't think so.
I can't remember what
I'm
they
pretty
did
sure.
or didn't do.
I'm pretty sure.
Because there were 4 blues.
Voting has closed. What should be done with the rogue Ashmedian golem that has crossed over to the march? 4 nobles voted for it. Take it apart and figure out its secrets.
Yay. The secret of the constructs have been a mystery for too long. I'll put our very best artisans on to work figuring it out.
Faith is now dutiful.
Faith went down.
A few weeks later, Baroness Juliet Pasteur reports back with a gleeful smile. The March trade challenge succeeded.
It's slow going, my liege, but we're getting somewhere. In a few months, I think we'll have cracked it.
Alright, and that's the end of the season.
Yay! Wiggling my arms like Kermit.
In the south, beneath the scorching sun, the Grandee and the Meltdowns is strolling through his vineyard in the company of a few close friends. Finally, we get to see the Grandees. Finally.
Yeah.
It's been so long.
I'll take me. You take in the meltdowns. Whoever is you. The kingdom's in great jeopardy, and the council is calling for the queen's inner circle to resign.
We need to increase the pressure. If the queen's in a weak enough position, she's got no choice but to bow to our demands.
No more interfering spy master, no more marshal or chancellor or treasurer. Whole new inner circle, all made up of grandee.
For the next stage of their scheme, the Grandees must lower authority to 4 or less in 3 seasons.
Oh shit.
Still trying to keep that up.
Adopt a law. Here you can adopt a new law that alters how voting is run. You can only adopt 1 new law at a time and have a maximum of 3 laws to use.
What was your question, Robbie?
I'm still trying to raise authority, right? Mine has.
No,
You're
right
raising
now you're
stability.
just focused on faith.
I'm just.
Oh no,
That's
you're on
your
faith.
turn. No, I didn't
Yeah.
like
Stop.
finish that one though. Did
No,
it just
you
get,
did
like,
finish the authority thing and you moved on to the next step.
Oh,
Yeah.
but nothing like
Yeah.
came of it.
Oh
Did I
man.
miss anything that came of it?
Yeah, there was the thing with the prophecy.
Oh yeah, sorry.
We made
No
a
worries.
circle of chiefs.
A circle of chiefs. A cheese circle.
Okay, so I don't care about authority.
I would love to call for unity, I think. I've seen Monarch's Golden Choice at work, and it's pretty cool, but I'm going to call for unity, which means
Which is like
Plus-
Monarch's Golden Choice, but reverse.
+1 stability if more than 50% of nobles vote for any one option.
Okay, so you're getting +1 stability on every vote. Got it.
Well, I don't know. There's 4 options. You could try to spread it out weird. Oh, yeah. It's no...
Wow.
Sorry, Grandees. But it's time for the royal wedding.
I see the disrespect.
You're right here. What are you talking about? This is a
Your-
grand scene.
Your wedding to Andana is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. It feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Andana at your side.
Voice. Do you take this woman as your lawfully wedded wife?
Wow, what? The fuck? I do.
And then I pronounce you queen and wife.
Ooh, look at this beautiful authority. I'm a tyrant, I guess. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast. And after the feast, a dance. And your new wife, Andana, turns bright red every time a toast is called in her honor. The stability is now teetering. Authority is now imperious. Defiance is now aggrieved. Defiance can't go lower for the south, and defiance is now cordial. By the time you find yourself alone with Andana, it's past midnight and you've never felt more tired. Who would like to read for Andana?
Should probably be me.
I now pronounce you queen and wife.
Thank you. Thank
Hello.
You. Hello.
Nice weather for it. The wedding, I mean.
You both lapse into strained silence, and Dana gulps back her wine. So tell me about yourself.
Not much to tell, really. Can't sing, can't dance. I can handle a sword a little.
She lapses into silence again. All attempts to get her to talk more prove fruitless, and eventually she makes her excuses and heads to the spare bedchamber. Alright, the finest mead.
I have only seen one wedding end in not that kind of like.
Yeah, me too. It was the one with the
Awkwardness.
chief guy who's rowdy.
Yeah,
Oh, that's me.
it's what you look like when you're not Bones.
Yeah.
Your Majesty, the seasons have not been kind to us in the north. We face poor harvests and miserable farmers. I beg of you, send aid.
Well, what do your people need?
What people? No, I am to be wed, your highness. And when that day comes, I will drink only the finest. But with farms in the current state, we lack the honey.
I thought about drinking mead tonight, and I decided on barrel-aged
Bees,
hard
bees,
cider
bees,
instead.
bees.
Yeah, bees.
Bees.
I need more bees. Force the farmers of the north to don their fancy wicker suits, and we shall all drink our fill of honey wine.
Set laws for voting. What should be done to address the lack of bees for honey making in the north? Offer honey subsidies for northern farmers. Pass a law that mandates beekeeping in the north. Do nothing. This is ridiculous.
Subsidies. We need more bees.
I think if we've passed a law to forbid dancing, we should also be able to pass a law that requires bees.
Subsidies.
I think this is not our concern.
Yeah, but the dancing was,
You have
huh?
to do something.
But the
you-
dancing was, huh?
Yeah, you're
I
restricting.
The
see.
monarch
I
says
see
you
how
must
it
do
is.
something. You must increase farming, please.
Okay, either one
Bees.
is increasing farming.
Bees.
All right, then you're paying
Don't we
for
all
it.
want to benefit from honey wine,
Vote A
from
for
having a
bees.
surplus of honey?
Pass a
They
law
should
that
drain the
requires
treasury.
bees.
This is the character
Drain
that
the
I
treasury.
made for the Chiefs, by the way. That is my
Subsidies
character.
are even better than the law. Even more
Pass a
encouraging.
law that requires bees. Federally mandated bees.
Bees. Alright. The 7 people.
That's 7.
The 7
That's
people.
7.
I say we move on.
Yes.
What should be done to address the lack of bees for honey making in the north? People voted for offer subsidies for the northern farmers.
Think about what the next scene would be like if we required everyone to keep bees.
That would have
It
been
would
good.
it would have been a rampant mass of bees.
I believe I've seen that one played out before,
I have. It's
actually.
good.
The northern farmers are uncertain until you explain the apiarism actually just means keeping bees. Soon the north is abuzz. The north farming is now sufficient and raised by 2. Kingdom treasury is now 1050. It lowered
It's
by
a buzz.
500, and
Like
that was a
bees.
third of my money. Thank you, your greatness. Oh,
Thank you, your greatness. My wedding is sure to be a success.
oh boy, that feels like a prophecy. You reading that out loud, Robbie, my
Mm-hmm.
partner, IRL. Defiance is now insolent.
Thank you for the context.
You know,
You'll have to
people,
get so many bees.
people are not necessarily knowing what's going on around here. Secret of the constructs.
We've cracked it, my liege. Constructs are powered by scrolls imbued with the words of Kaldavaga, the Ashmedian machine god.
So true.
We could build constructs of our own, but we'd need to pray to Kaldavaga too.
Need I even say it? Heresy! Heresy! Set laws for voting. Should the march be allowed to manufacture golems, or constructs? A. Allow it, but the barons must donate massively to the church. B. Allow it, but golems, or the constructs must be powered by prayers to the 9th. And that will lower faith. Allow it without restriction. Or forbid it utterly.
I suggest B or C.
This
I
is
wanted-
heresy.
I would like to see what it looks like if we pray to someone that's not the intended deity.
This
Yeah,
is
I'm
heresy.
into that.
What if they become fucked up and different? That'd be sick.
I would love to see if you could call for unity. We'll just see if you can agree on this.
I'm definitely down for B.
Okay, we got to do this strategically. All right.
The grandees have made all
No,
statements.
no, fuck it. We'll just go in. If it raises
Sure, we're just
stability, it
going in.
raises stability.
We're just going.
It's not gonna raise stability, there's no way.
Yeah, I think.
We need one more vote.
Oh,
Oh no.
Elm Creek, we appreciate you.
And you
Wow,
voted to forbid it
Charlie.
utterly.
Wow.
You don't want to get on the Inquisitor's bad side.
Should the march be allowed to manufacture constructs? No.
No.
People who are not in the march said no.
Oh, 3 to
By
5.
my honor, this was our only chance to even the playing field between us and Ashmead. You're all fools!
3 to 5.
Well, your defiance is now insolent.
We have to protect us.
Your Majesty, these upstarts are saying they have the right to your throne.
Wait, hang on.
Yeah, but it's the same thing that's there every time.
Oh, okay.
And so there's Wind, the long-lost sibling, Veek, the treacherous half-sibling, and Vina, the distant cousin. And you've all gone to ticks of your schemes.
Finally!
Something
Uh,
or sinner. It doesn't say what the first part is because there's a flag in front of it.
Yeah, I can't see what that is. How are you doing?
Zoom in.
Ace did a weird stretch just now. Rising tempers.
Ah,
It's hot.
Lyra, I have something I need to discuss with you. Chief Runaway Sorcerer II challenged my honor, calling me a coward only fit to fight training dummies. I must duel her at once. What little reputation I have depends on it.
Okay, so I've seen this, but with a person with a different personality. So there's like
Reduce her to bones.
there's like a hobby and a personality that goes with each of these characters. That makes a lot of sense. Give her a good ass kicking for me. I love a woman who can kick my ass, is what I said when I met you, and I mean it.
The ninth I will, not to worry.
The very next day, Chief Runaway Sorcery II is summoned to the fighting ring for the much anticipated duel. Maybe you'll kill me again.
That would be the funniest outcome
That
to
would be
you
the
accidentally
funniest
joining
outcome.
the game.
Are you ready, Andana? I shall enjoy putting you in her place. I say to my wife. Okay,
Right.
50%
Cheer
chance.
against your
50% chance. I'm gonna vote for my wife.
My wife.
Andana grins ever so slightly. The two combatants circle each other like lions, their swords drawn and pointed at each other. When they finally come to blows, the fight is over almost as quickly as it begins. A quick parry here, a thrust there, and suddenly Chief Runaway Sorcery II is holding up her hands in a display of surrender. Kingdom challenge succeeded.
Do it.
Well fought. You win. Andana looks positively jubilant. She has proven her skill and vindicated the family name. Hello, hail to the Mad Lobotanist lineage.
I
Alright.
think
Why
that
are
was
we-
the end of Meltdowns. Link.
Yeah, that was not mine.
Oh, sorry.
She's
Hail
not
to
from
the
march.
and the Meltdowns lineage.
I mean, you, can
can't
hail
see
my
me,
lineage.
but I'm
Something
sure
or
the,
sinner.
Oh, wait, let me-
Saint or sinner.
All I'm saying is, every grandee claims to have a
Always
saint in his
that.
ancestry, and your great-great-grandfather was probably a common dullard.
I've seen this plot before.
It's so good. Shut your mouth, you hedge-born puzzle wit. His name was Saint Umber, and he defeated the werewolf of Aranyar by turning to dust in an instant, according to my grandmother.
If you're so sure, then how about a little wager? A bag of gold says your ancestor was no saint.
Your
Please don't break out into a duel.
Baroness Juliet Pastor is spreading damnable lies about my great-great-grandfather.
If you really think he was a saint, then dig him up. Saints are incorruptible. Even after death, they don't decay.
Very well. I request the council's permission to exhume my ancestor and prove this fool wrong.
It's just bones.
Set laws for voting. Should Grandee and the Mountain Towns be allowed to dig up his ancestor? A. Grant permission for the body to be exhumed, which is a 60% chance
Please
based
don't
on
exhume
faith.
your ancestors.
B. No, dead people should stay underground. Increase defiance. Or C. Ask the Archbishop to check church records instead. 40% chance stability. And
Your liege.
James and the Meltdowns himself says, "Let me look at the skeleton, please." I'm
My
gonna
liege.
call for unity, and I'm gonna start. the vote.
You are getting that stability.
Dead people should stay underground.
Chiefs are perfectly fine to see the other two. No one's fighting.
60% faith, 60%
some
faith
chaos.
chance, 60% faith chance, I say.
Just for the sake of fucking up the numbers.
Alright, 7 people have voted. So once we get done, I think that's how many people have been voting. This is a
Yeah, I
pro
think so.
bones chat, I suppose.
Professional bones chat.
Alright,
Bones.
stability
Casual here.
has been changed. Voting is chose. Should Grandee and the Mountains be allowed to dig up his ancestor? A. Grant permission for the body to be exhumed. Sorry.
Ninth bless you, your holiness. Now where's my shovel?
Stability is now stable. A few days later, the corpse of Anne the Meltdown's great-great-grandfather exhumed from its resting place in the southern necropolis. Faith challenge succeeded.
We are blessed. I was right. Centuries in the ground, but old St. Umber looks as fresh as a daisy.
They really look alike, don't they?
Them some strong genes.
Wow.
Wow.
It really is a miracle. Fine, take your money.
Word quickly spreads of the miracle of St. Umber. Peasants across the south add another name to their prayers. The March Baroness Juliet Pasteur's wealth has decreased. The south. Grandee and the Meltdown's wealth has increased. The south. Defiance can't go lower. The south. Faith is now zealous at 9. And another Grandee gets a helping hand. Who would like to play the treasurer?
A player? Your Majesty, we're broke. We can't even afford to pay our sweepers. The capital streets are overflowing with trash.
What can we do?
Fortunately, Grandee Crumpet Boy has offered to lend a hand.
Done nothing of the sort. The South is with you, your holiness. If we can help this beautiful city, we will.
How can funds be raised to keep the capital in good shape? Ask the faithful of the South to make a pilgrimage to the capital. It's a
Thank you for
90%
watching the
chance of
stream.
success on faith.
High faith.
Host a street festival for southern merchants. It's a 60% chance on trade. Strongly encourage donations from wealthy grandees. Increase defiance. Decrease wealth by 750. Increase treasury by 2,000. The queen requires low help. Decrease authority.
I like the flavor of A with their faith being so high.
Yeah, that's fun. I think that's fun. I think I never do Monarch's Choice. I'll do that. I think that's fun.
I like C because tax the 1%.
Yeah, tax them.
Do we want to give the
Who
queen
says
that
I'm
much
the
more than
1%?
treasury?
I'm not in the 1%.
Well, everybody's fine increasing their stability, so why shouldn't we be fine increasing their treasury? Grumble, grumble.
So again, that's A for 90% chance of success with faith, B for 60% chance of success with faith, and C doesn't have a chance, that increases defiance, lower wealth, increased treasury, or D, lower authority.
I can't believe Crumpet just straight up lied to the queen by saying, "Oh yeah, we'll do anything we can to help, except you don't need any help."
Look, I can't. I will do anything I can, and I cannot.
Charlie, what did you want to vote for? Oh man, it's a tie.
The three-way tie. And we know what the monarch's picking.
Yeah, well, the thing is, whatever Charlie says is whatever wins at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if he says nothing, then
Yeah, Charlie,
We
if
know
you
what
say
wins.
nothing, then I'm just gonna pick.
Sorry, I had to turn around.
All right,
and say
I'm
something.
just gonna.
Oh, hold on.
Charlie meant C,
Ooh,
Wow.
interesting.
so I'm fixing it with my vote.
What a development.
How can funds be raised to keep the castle in good shape? 3 nobles voted for strongly encouraged donations from wealthy grandees. Grandee Crumpet Boy's mouth falls open.
Your Holiness, that wasn't entirely what I...
Yes, well, thank you so much, generous grandees. Beaming, she hurries Grandee Crumpet Boy out of the chamber. Grumbling from Council Boy Crumpet Boy grows to a dull roar. Defiance is now
Rabble, rabble,
grumbling.
rabble, rabble.
Jeez, it's 3. The South, the some grandees' wealth has decreased, and the treasury is now 30-50.
How
Well, to
much
be
did
fair-
it decrease?
I went down 750,
Yeah.
which I think is all my money. Let me check.
All right. I'm gonna take another
Yep.
quick bio break, and I will be back in 2 minutes. I'll be back really soon. Would you all like to chat while I'm gone, or would you like a second on the Celtic music screen?
I'm fine with either.
Yeah, same.
Okay, then I'll just leave you up. I'll be really quick.
Okay.
BRB.
What's up?
Now you can all
gamers?
talk about me behind my back.
Can't believe I'm now destitute for hiring city sweepers.
What's up, gamers?
You had just sent
and
the
other
faithful.
gamers?
Grandee and the meltdowns, I may need a little tide me over till payday.
I think it'd be really funny if we went into a building phase now.
I think we're about to. If my math is correct.
I guess you don't have any. Yeah.
My default state was about to ask if anybody wanted me to talk about the IDW Sonic comics. That's all I've been reading lately.
Anybody want to talk about plot of Fortnite?
I can do that too.
Yes, I've certainly forwarded tonight.
There's a lizard in the game. He's got
Are
a
they a wizard?
motorcycle. They are not a wizard. They're a sushi chef.
That's like a wizard.
When did they bring back Klombo?
When are they bringing back Klombo?
Whenever Klombo's not on screen, I'm wondering where Klombo is.
As you
Where
should.
is Klombo?
Just noticed you don't have a ton of money. Yeah, you lost it. Hello, everybody.
Damn.
Sorry, but other
Yeah,
people
you had to
voted
give it
make
to the queen.
Make them give you
fucking yeah.
make
I think that was just me.
give away. People,
Yeah, you lost
was
it.
it?
No, it said several nobles lost money.
Ah, well then,
Yeah,
you have a little
yeah.
money.
James has only 330 monies.
Then James has a little
Oh
money
my
because
God. I'll have
Juliet
no money.
paid James the event right before.
Ace,
Yeah, James still has more money than I do.
and me.
Sit in my lap, baby.
The Chiefs own this auction.
Here's my. Oh,
What?
he stumbled a bit. Here he is.
Clumsy.
Oh, don't. That's a microphone. Doesn't he look a little green? I think he looks a little green sometimes.
I mean,
in,
it's St. Patrick's Day.
in certain,
In certain
lightings.
He gets like an olive drab look going on.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he's like a little bit, like that Tumblr post about the green cat. Anyway, end season.
I'm talking about that Tumblr post.
Oh yeah, the green.
Okay,
Love the
so
green cat
this is the
Tumblr.
auction. Remember that this is a timed. I'm gonna stop distracting all of you by taking it off of Ace. Remember that this is a timed auction, so it has 60 seconds, and you have 60 seconds to use your money, or none of your money if you don't have money. Jeez, why are there so many more chiefs?
Chiefs
Anyway.
ain't had to pay for shit. Pardon
The
my French.
There's also more of them than anybody
reminder
else.
that
That's
like
true.
farming increases farming in the region is etc etc. Choices: A, aqueduct increases farming. B, prison decreases stability. C, Grand Bazaar increases trade. D, monument increases authority. E, theater decreases authority. F, trade. F, thieves guild decreases trade.
Listen, I know technically prison is theoretically beneficial for
Voting
my
is
current
open.
goals, but again, if you vote for a prison, you're a cop. So I'm not gonna do
Remember,
it.
the nomenclature is !fund, the letter of the building of your choice, Y, the amount of money you would like to put
Abolish prisons.
there. We will be funding the two most. We will be building the two most funded buildings.
The Chiefs would appreciate a theater.
You have
If you
30
could find
seconds
it
and
in
you
your
haven't voted
hearts.
yet. Theaters would be okay. Theater
Now
currently
it's
leading.
200.
Grand Bazaar, increased trade.
There we go.
Same mindsetter.
Currently leading Grand Bazaar, increased trade, and following F, Thieves Guild, decreased trade.
Get some more votes in for Grand Bazaar. Some more money.
Well, I mean, if no one votes for anything to make it more expensive, do you actually need those extra votes?
I guess not. So, I guess I should be saying
Would
don't
anyone
vote for
like to
anything
vote
else.
for A, Aqueduct, increase farming?
2
Or
seconds.
perhaps E-theater?
The theater is passing
Alright.
because it comes before F, and they have the same amount
The
of money.
theater has a great vignette
Damn.
associated with it. Oh, I'm sorry, everyone. You missed your chances voting. Sorry.
It's tight.
Buildings
tight.
funded. The Grand Bazaar, Cinder, Elm
Yeah.
Creek voted spent the most money.
I also voted the most.
And Grandy's Theater and the Meltdowns contributed the most. Sweet. Woo. About my heir,
Oh. ...
I must know what is happening. Your marriage to Andana has grown stale.
No.
Oh, you get along enough, but you've made some good memories together, but there's no spark.
There's birds in
She
your bedroom. That might be why.
She cares more about perfecting your combat moves than your happiness, but spark or no spark, you still need an heir.
The big bird egg in the middle there.
It's the air.
Yeah, your heir's a bird. Actually, that's what we got to tell you about your heir. Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair.
Jeez.
The old ball and chain, am I right?
Well, it went about as well as expected, as could be expected.
You're still in power, aren't you? Still got the crown on your head? That's what matters. You've done well so far, but something's still missing. An heir. You need someone young, whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard. Or the youngest of your many cousins.
Maybe my wife and I will have a child together.
Ah, the traditional method.
Mhm.
No one will object to that. No one will object to that. I'll arrange for you to take a month off from ruling so you can, you know. Oink.
You know.
Whew. Pagan prophecies. The Northern Chiefs God Speakers have uncovered an ancient prophecy. What, let me guess, you think it's all fake? Of course it's fake. Nothing those pagan gods have ever said or done is real, but this is one of the countless myths used to justify the behavior of immature heathens.
Well,
Back.
What means to say she does is the chief's plan to use the prophecy to unseat you. True or not, believe it, many northerners do.
What do I need to do? Cut to the chase. You must ensure the faith of the Ninth God is strong across the kingdom. It is our best defense against the pagans. Set laws for voting. How should the kingdom combat the prophecy that is spreading in the north? A. Order priests to go north and decry the prophecy as false. B. Invent a counter-prophecy. Delay scheme for one season. C. Allow the prophecy to spread. No one will believe it anyway.
Clearly, there's no harm to be done by letting it spread.
There is heresy to be done by letting it spread.
I think.
Clearly.
Oh wow! Wow!
Whoa.
Your Highness, this is a
Wow.
very faithful kingdom.
Whoa.
Wow! Wayo!
And you need to do
Wayo.
that. Just Make a counter prophecy or allow it to spread. The people need something to believe in.
They have the ninth god.
Yeah, and they can have the ninth god. They don't.
But apparently you don't believe in the ninth god enough for us to make constructs based on it. Like, come on.
That was heresy from the jump.
Yeah. That was based on
What would you
another
know about
religion.
jumping?
Don't you know you should never learn
Don't you
from other
know-
religions to make your own faith stronger? That's something so taboo.
Don't you know the grandees got hoops? We know how to jump.
So right now, we have 1 vote for B, invent a counter prophecy, delay scheme for 1 season, and we have
Gag me with a spoon.
5
An overwhelming
votes
number.
for C, allow the prophecy to spread. No one will believe it anyway, so I guess that's what we're doing. We're just letting nothing happen.
That's what they did with the dancing plague. So, like, you know.
Oh no, we made it worse.
No, we outlawed that dance.
We actually made it worse.
Yeah. Either the council does not take the threat seriously, or they have their own agendas. They refuse to help you. Yeah. It's fine.
Just let it spread.
It's spreading. It's zero
Just let it
faith over
spread.
here.
It's just like dancing.
It's just like dancing.
you think about it.
Incorruptible.
Your Majesty, the incorruptible corpse of Saint Amba has become a sensation among the faithful. Every day, pilgrims visit my manor to pray at his feet.
Every day.
I think those feet are a little loose.
But their muddy feet are ruining my carpets. May I
Well-
take Saint Umber's body on a tour of the kingdom instead? Perhaps to the north.
Perhaps to the north.
We're good. Your Majesty, if I may make a suggestion, perhaps we should study this phenomenon instead of mindlessly worshipping it.
Heresy. Everyone cover your ears before she says anything more.
Should Grandy and the Meltdowns be permitted to take his saintly ancestor on a tour of the kingdom? A. Allow the tour to go ahead, increase faith, increase stability. B. Have the saint examined by scholars from Quayle University, increase defiance, lower authority. C. Forbid the tour, but allow the private display of St. Umber to continue, increase wealth, increase trade. D. Order the saint's body reburied, increase defiance, lower faith.
Quayo.
Quail.
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 Well,
I mean,
Quail.
I think that's a brilliant choice. Grandy and the Meltdowns. I agree with you. Let me go on vacation with my dead body, please, says Anne the Meltdowns. Let me show a smart person this dead body, says James.
Happy to vote A. I think we're confident in our what we have going on up in the north.
I think we should show a smart person the dead body, actually.
I think
know
the
there's
smart
any
people
smart
could be
people around?
converted.
That's 6 votes. Currently, B is leading.
Oh, we gained another noble. When did that happen? Oh, Princess Ofakuna.
Princess Ofakuna votes for allow the tour to go ahead. We now have 10 nobles. Welcome, Princess. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, that's a tie vote.
That's a
Oh, it's
tie vote.
I vote.
That's
'Cause
a
Juliet's
tie
not here
vote.
anymore.
Because Juliet
It's not
had to
here.
go to sleep. Had to have bedtime. Good for them for getting sleep. Break the
Couldn't
tie.
be me.
Good night. Yeah.
Break the tie by selecting one of these options. Allow the tour to go ahead, or have the saint examined by the Quayle University. I would love to allow the
Quayle.
tour to go ahead.
I find it interesting that we've only tied on things where the monarch has had an obvious favorite choice.
Grandy and
I don't
the
mean
Mel-
anything by it, just interesting.
Grandy and the Meltdowns load St. Umber's corpse onto a wagon and trundles. Soon, he has attracted a following. Barefoot pilgrims in muddy robes chanting the dead saint's name.
That's fucked up.
It has exactly the effect that Grandee and the Meltdowns intended. Across the kingdom, the faith of the Knights surges to new heights as the Commonwealth gaze upon the miraculously preserved saint. This is a different option than last time I saw. I've seen this plot out before where I played the person whose ancestor was on this. The March's faith is now devout. The South's faith is now fanatical.
Now,
The Chiefs
I see
has
it
yet
didn't
to
raise
be
in the north.
affected at all.
Yeah, why didn't they go to the Chiefs? A sense of peace settles across the land. Saint Umber is seen to have blessed your reign. Stability is now stable.
I hate how secure the kingdom is now.
I hate how much authority this monarch has.
It's doing so good over here, but the Chiefs
They're
will
so
probably kill me
secure.
based on a prophecy, so...
Across all of their stats.
Time to end the season. Planning an abduction. Somewhere in the march, Baroness Juliet Pastoros sits on a banquet, gnawing on a greasy chicken leg. She and her fellow plotters discuss their scheme between mouthfuls.
Chomp,
Every
chomp,
time
chomp,
I've seen
chomp,
this
chomp.
game, it's incredible how many things can happen. Yeah, it's a wild network of outcomes. Definitely. Chief victory, aha, says Charlie.
The kingdom's not exactly peaceful, but there's still no way we could stage an abduction of the queen without being noticed.
We need chaos.
The Baron's aim is to lower stability to 4 or less.
Yeah. Sure
Valthor's chosen in the north. Far to the north, an ancient ceremony in smoky clan hall reaches a fever pitch. Vic, the chief's claimant, sits atop a throne of bones, surrounded by
Bones.
god speakers chanting in a forbidden tongue as they,
Kenny from Runaway Sorcery's bones are in there.
and thus... Oh, sorry, that's you.
I think this is.
Oh, well, it's a god speaker. I can't remember who played god speaker last.
I don't. It was Robbie, but we were going to pass it off because Robbie's also.
And thus, with Morgana as my witness, I hereby crown you the monarch in the north, the Lord Render, soon to be monarch of all the kingdom. Glory to the Lord Render, chosen Valthor. Glory to Morgana in the north.
Bone.
The assembled
Oh.
chiefs roar in chorus with each other. Steins are smashed against one another in celebration.
Now we must bring down the false queen in the south and fulfill the prophecy. The only question is how.
Open to chiefs in the
Or should-
north
oh,
only. How should the chiefs bring down the false queen Lyra and fulfill the prophecy? A.
The
Lure the
north,
queen to
a
the north
land
and
of
sacrifice
bones
her
and
in a
bees.
pagan ritual. Goal. Lower own defiance. B. Sacrifice thousands of goats to the old gods and call upon them to intervene.
As we're going to fight, seems like it's going to be hard with what we've seen so far.
Okay. As an outsider, allow me to suggest
I know
raising your
farming.
own farming, because
Yeah.
even if that's what the monarch wants, if they succeed at that, then you win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Schemes
I
win
like
ties
the
effectively.
goats.
Yeah.
I like the goats.
Ooh. Tie vote.
Bah.
It's up
Yeah.
to Charlie.
It's up to
Charlie,
Charlie
it's
again.
your deciding vote, as this is me and I'm not voting because that's not fair. Because I accidentally joined.
Well, yeah, you're in that throne.
Yeah, Charlie, what do you think? Lure the queen to the north and sacrifice her in a pagan ritual, or sacrifice thousands of goats to the old gods and call upon them to intervene? Yep, Charlie, you get to break the tie.
Wow.
Wait.
Wow.
Whoa.
Tie has been broken.
Ooh, ooh. Sacrifice thousands
Ooh.
of goats to the old gods and call upon them to intervene.
Yes.
Your goal is to raise your own farming.
So it will be. Send out the word. Every citizen of the land must provide a goat for the butchering.
And bees for the mead.
Who would like to read for Charlie's character?
I'll read for Charlie. But first, we drink in honor of the gods.
More cheers erupt throughout the clan hall. Come morning, there will be a lot of work to do. For the final stage of their scheme, the chiefs must raise their farming to at least 6.
That's not so bad.
That seems pretty easy.
The end game, at least one region has entered the final stage of their scheme. If they pass it, they'll win the game. There are some exceptions. If 2 or more regions pass the final scheme stage, the winner will be decided at random. If stability, authority, and treasury hit 0, and a final scheme passes at the same time, the scheme takes priority. If a rebellion ends with a rebellion win, and a final scheme stage passes at the same time, the scheme takes priority. The monarch can only win in ambition events, which will appear after you've acquired an heir. I don't have an heir yet. Meanwhile, in the south, an insidious plot. Grandy and the Meltdowns has invited his closest associates to his manor house for some wine and cheese and treason.
My favorite 3 things.
What a great triplicate.
The council has demanded a shakeup, but the queen resists all calls to replace her advisors.
There's little we can do while the queen holds out, but something tells me her position is not as strong as she thinks.
Princess Ophika says, I didn't realize you could fit a whole treason on a charcuterie board. The Grandy's aim is to lower authority to 4 or less.
Okay,
We've
but
lowered it by
imagine
1 in 3 seasons.
Imagine using a charcuterie board to like map out like a heist or something, and you gotta like maneuver the little olives and cheese pieces.
I am doing
It's
this
like
in the
this.
next Blades in the Dark game.
Yes, there you go.
You can take a small tax from the commoners. The chiefs strike a rich vein of iron in the mountains, making 500 wealth. Other nobles gain 200 wealth. The chiefs are so rich.
Where's the meltdown?
So much money.
Sorry, chiefs. I'm taxing you. End
Your
season.
defiance back up. Bees.
Roving hunters.
Bees.
Roving hunters, the capital. A baked brie, a sauve blanc, and a knife in the back. Trying to stab someone with a cheese knife would be the worst.
That it would.
Your Majesty, 2 barons are on their way home from an epic hunt and seek shelter for the night. In exchange, they're willing to give...
This voice is like constantly like oscillating between 3 different voices that I can do, but I'm not doing right now.
They're willing to give you a rare trophy and provide meat for an extravagant feast, if you so wish.
Tell me about these barons.
Their names are these 2 names.
Have the botanist, the second in Bard Rock Cafe.
For this particular hunt, it's an ancient marcher tradition. Something about trekking to all 4 corners of the kingdom to claim a bounty from the great animal spirits.
Bring them in and set the tables. The table is set for a delectable feast. Though your wife doesn't join, you enjoy the company of the 2 barons while the storm rages outside. The meat they provide is said to come from their latest kill, Hortusk, an ancient boar the size of a cattle. You're not sure you believe their story, but it
Castle.
certainly tastes better than anything you've had for a long time.
A boar the size of a castle is a lot larger than cattle.
Oh, it's a castle?
Yeah.
Oh. That's it. I was like, boars aren't that much smaller
boar-
than cattle.
A boar the size of a cattle.
I'm like, that sounds like a normal sized wild boar to
It's
me.
a slightly bigger than normal pig.
Yeah, but later that night you hear strange noises coming from their quarters, like a pig squealing and snorting. What on Kelst Off did they bring in here?
We brought a bunch of pigs.
I'll
We're gonna
investigate
oil
the
them up and put them
noise.
in the
Okay.
castle.
I have never seen this event before. I so desperately want it to be werepigs.
You creep down the corridors and push open the door. The former barons
Oh
Yes!
The former barons stand before you, transformed into hideous porcine beasts that stand on 2 legs with snouts, tusks, and floppy pink ears.
no, that's cute. Oh, what does a were pig sound like?
Like a kind of.
A werepig that is also you.
Hold on, give me 1 second. I can do this.
I haven't seen like any of the scenes with the Barons. They're all fascinating to me.
Your Majesty!
Okay.
Don't look at us!
What in the devil is wrong with you?
It was the meat, my liege! We hunted and butchered an ancient legendary beast! We were told it was cursed, but... We were also told the devouring of the beast, the spirit of the forest itself, would bestow great power! We never thought this would be our reward.
You have to leave right
But
now.
I ate that meat as well!
Oh,
I'm so sorry, Your Highness. This is the first time this has happened.
Werepig queen. Werepig queen.
And we've been eating this meat for many days now. Perhaps a single meal is not enough to trigger the curse.
I won't tell anyone, but you have to leave right now.
Ooh.
You hurry the
Oh,
Barons through one of the hidden passages. They go without a word, not wanting to argue with your decision. Once outside, you bid them farewell, with as much sincerity as their hideous faces can muster. They vow to repay your kindness.
Oh, they have floppy pink ears now. That's cute.
Where's my air?
It's common.
Bees!
It takes some time.
Bees.
The North has taken the beekeeping like bees to a flower.
Right, the North picked the thing while they had the bees thing happening.
Crops are bountiful and fields are blossoming. There have been festivals with much dancing
Shit!
I was totally thinking about that. Definitely.
Hell yeah, bee play.
Bee-
This is bee strats, the famous meta.
Bees for the long game.
But?
But the church is worried. The farm folk are besieged by nightmares all involving bees. It has made them superstitious, and they are losing faith in them.
Wait, we didn't have any faith up here to start with.
Fair.
Your Majesty, wait. The Norse farms have improved beyond measure, and there is widespread happiness like never before. For some reason, the church wishes to burn our hives.
What?
Our churches lie empty on holy days, but the peasants of the North now worship only the harvest. They pray to their hives instead of the ninth.
1,000
Thank
year
you for watching
dungeon.
the stream.
Your Highness, please. Peasants have full bellies and joyful smiles. That is what the church would burn, Your Greatness.
Liar. My priest thought your peasants complain of night horror near. Something evil is happening in the North.
Spare the bees. Bees.
More
More bees.
bees.
Fun, more bees. More bees.
Okay, so all
bees.
of you know that if the farming in the North stays high, all of you lose besides the people in the North.
More
Yeah,
bees.
but we literally
winning.
can't lower it.
Yeah, I know, but like if you raise it, it will be harder to lower it.
Listen, there's no way we're lowering the stability by the end of the season.
Or the
anyways.
authority, yeah.
I
We've
think it's
already
funny if
lost.
we have 1 million bees.
Yeah.
Oh, bee.
Besides,
I'm
you
calling
won
for
farm, right?
unity.
You're probably gonna get it. Thank you, everyone.
Looks like I got it. I got more stability out of this at least.
What- It gives you stability. Oh, wow.
It does. I get stability
Unity.
if you all vote for the same thing.
Yeah.
At least 50% of us.
All of you voted
I-
for it, looks like.
We're
You
not
want the
winning, so I'm now
bees.
playing. I'm playing the long game of making the dynasty more fun.
Yeah, okay. I think I did. I think for a first game I did really good though.
You really have,
Yeah.
yeah.
Except for the fact that I haven't got a fucking heir, but you know, whatever.
That's not your fault.
Oh, I should have picked the one that likes to gamble. Beekeeping in the North is associated with nightmares and a lack of church attendance. What should be done about it? 8 nobles
More
voted for
bees,
more
more
bees.
bees.
Fund more
More
bees.
bees.
More bees.
The church is horrified. The farmers are overjoyed. They invest in more hives, throw festivals to celebrate. Not festivals in your name, nor the name of the ninth god, but at least they're happy.
Festivals in the name of bees.
The stability is now steady, faith can't go lower, and farming is now abundant.
Look at how much farming they have.
At least you're
Build it.
happy.
Happy.
A miraculous discovery.
Not above, your highness. One of the peasants from my estate discovered something extraordinary.
I was lost in the desert, herding my sheep, and I ran out of water. Then I swear I heard the voice of the ninth god in my ear.
I think it was a bee.
He said, "Drink and be sustained, for you are faithful." Then an oasis bubbled up from the dry sand. Praise the ninth. Even better, the water has healing properties. A single sip fixed my sprained ankle. What's the poll?
Happy.
Robbie, would you do me a favor and make that poll a reality?
Bees are bees is...
Gosh. Okay.
It's easier to do on
like, I'm looking at the OBS thing anyway. Even better, a single sip fixed my sprained ankle.
A true miracle in the south. This is marvelous news indeed. We must allow the kingdom's faithful to access these sacred waters. Nay, Lord. Wait a moment. For free, your majesty?
Set laws
Yes.
for voting. Should the holy waters of the south be free for all? A. Allow the grandees to charge pilgrims to visit. Decrease defiance. Increase wealth. Decrease stability. B. The sacred waters must be free to everyone who wants them. Defiance can move in either direction. Trade increase. Faith increase. C. Use the waters to irrigate southern crops and heal sick animals. Lower authority. Increase farming. Increase stability. Oh no, I've invented the U.S. healthcare system, says Princess Africa. Be sustained, says Cinder Elm Creek. C could give us wild magic animals. That's very possible.
It's so possible.
It's so possible.
I want to see it so bad.
I mean, I don't mind if your farming gets increased. I think that's a fun choice.
Let's see how stable we can make this kingdom.
Before it gets.
So unbelievably stable.
Incredibly stable.
7 of you have voted C. I don't think the last 3 nobles who haven't voted yet are gonna make the difference here.
No.
Well, considering that one of them is you.
One of them's me.
One of them is Juliet.
Yeah, one of them's me, and one of them's a person who's already gone to sleep. Voting has closed. Should the holy waters of the south be made free to all? Use the waters to irrigate southern crops and heal sick animals is what 7 nobles voted for. The archbishop huffs and grumbles that the sacred waters should be used for higher things. But it can't
We're gonna
argue with
get
the
fucked
council.
up magic corn.
Authority is now credible. Grandees set their peasants to work diverting the holy water to irrigate their farms. It proves a huge success and the fields flourish. The peasants call the whole area the breadbasket of the ninth. Farming is now bountiful. Stability is now united. We're gonna end season, and the north is gonna win. By a royal decree, we can tweak the laws governing how the council votes. We can't pass more than one of these laws at once, and only one may be used per vote.
Anonymous voting.
Nobles must vote for their least favorite option, and the option of the least votes will pass?
Yeah,
What?
that's a rough one.
I've never seen that one before. Anonymous voting. How nobles choose to vote is hidden from the monarch's view. Stop the count. The timer is set to 15 seconds and can vote all my... That's not fun to me.
Yeah, especially, on
not
Twitch.
with
Definitely not for that.
or
I
even
think
not on Twitch. I feel like we spend
reverse-
so long voting.
Reverse. You already have the maximum number of. Okay, wait, yeah. We don't need Monarch's Choice. It doesn't do anything. If anything, I feel like it would make you not want to pick it. I don't know.
The storm
Uh-oh.
comes.
That's it. The
Getting
storm
cold.
comes is the only one I'm about to. I'm about to be sacrificed to pagan gods, right? No,
Probably.
1,000 goats were sacrificed in my stead, but over the past few months, you've noticed strange weather patterns, flash floods, terrible storms, a lot of it. And now, even though you're well into spring, the winter's chill hasn't let go. If anything, it's getting colder. The poll ended 100% votes for bees. If anything, it's getting colder. Soon the landscape is blanketed by snow. You've never seen anything like it.
I don't think bees like that.
Yeah, that seems bad for the bees, actually. By the 9th. Oh, sorry, my wife.
By the 9th, I've never seen such a storm. This is an ill omen.
SSSSS.
Thank you, champ. What will we do for food?
I don't know. It's pretty hard to know what to do when we don't know how long it'll last.
You might need to eat that fucked up werepig meat.
Might need to eat that fucked up werepig meat.
Oh, we didn't even get to see if he turned into a werepig.
We didn't.
When your advisors finally assemble to discuss the blizzard, they each have differing opinions
the
on
bees.
the matter.
Here, what food we can for the palace in case this gets worse. Damn what the peasants say, but Tyranny, I'll take care of them if they try anything.
We cannot set off the common folk in a time like this. Perhaps the spy master could leverage her contacts
I
to
did it, I
uncover the
finished it.
source of this unnatural cold.
Once the temperature drops below like 60 Fahrenheit, bees just go huddle in their hives to stay warm. They don't like being chilly. This is Princess Africa.
This is an act of God, make no mistake. I warned you there would be consequences for letting the church's influence the warmth of his love has left us.
I looking at the stats, I would say you did not necessarily let the church's influence wane. I think it's just one region.
It was
What
never
we did in
really
that
the
region
first.
is the problem.
It was.
We
It
should have
never
sent
went up from
missionaries.
zero.
I tried to send missionaries.
I didn't have an opportunity to do that. I need solutions and plans, people, not speculation.
Our sincerest apologies, Your Majesty. I'm sure we have plenty of options
Plenty
to.
of options to not die here.
Yeah.
Just then, a member of the watch rushes into the room, waving her arms and screaming loudly.
An army! An army from the north!
More details, speak quickly. Horns blare in the distance. The deep, thunderous war horns of the chiefs. Your advisors look to each other in confusion, then dread. You sprint to the city battlements, your honor guard and advisors in tow. Where does the north keep its armies? I guess in the north. The wind howls, whipping snow into your eyes. A gigantic heathen army approaches. Northern warriors, scantily clad despite the cold. That feels weird. And hulking. Beast-like monsters of various shapes and sizes. Are they bee-shaped?
There's lots of different types of beast.
What are those beasts? But no one has time to answer before the horns sound again, and the army surges forward, a guttural war cry on every chief's lips.
We have to get you to safety, Your Highness. We're not prepared for an attack like this.
Even though we are so stable.
Yeah, you're extremely stable.
Your marshal grabs your hand and pulls you away from the wall. Moments later, you're trudging down muddy streets, trying not to lose her. But the city is filling with panicking peasants, and the blizzard is worsening. You can't see more than a few feet in front of you. Where are my honor guard? Your shouts are lost in the wind. Behind you, there's a deep creaking groan as the capital's main gate collapses. You wander and shout until it seems the storm is turning you around on purpose. Inevitably, northern warriors fill the streets. Chief Yaffle is the first to find you, tired and muddy and completely alone.
Unified?
What do you want from me, you heathens? A terrifying roar is your only reply, as the unmistakable form of a white werewolf towers over Chief Yaffle. Likewise, the chief looks down on you with an almost bestial snarl. Hey, I'm a werepig. Where's that coming out?
Chalith awaits Crooked Queen.
They gesture flippantly. The beast barrels you to the ground with ease, eager to feast on its prey.
You got torn apart like a
The
werepig.
chiefs are victorious. Queen Lyra died in agony, torn apart by a werewolf, in a calamity that would become known as the Night of Frost. All that remained of the Baron's attempt to usurp the crown was a prisoner, deep under the castle, clad in an iron mask, enshrouded in rumor. The Grandee's attempts to replace the Queen's advisors never panned out. One night, Grandee and the Meltdowns awoke to find a smiling spy master holding a knife to his throat and kindly asking him to desist. Let's see, where's their sleeveys? Oh, because cool, we don't need. What's YAFL? Is it an L? I thought it was Yaffe with an I. No, it's Rob Yaffle. What is Yaffle? Is it just like a sound? What is it?
It's Yaffle.
Yaffle. Congratulations, chiefs. The capital was buried in snow as Vic, the Lord Render, led their army of monsters to slaughter their enemies and seize the throne for the chiefs. The power of the old gods could never be denied again. Man, I want to play the sequel, Reign to this. When do we want to do that? Queen
tonight.
Lyra the
Not tonight,
Lawgiver.
yeah.
Game length 2 years, 0 months, year 948 to 950. Spouse Andana the South. Successor Monarch Fleet.
I feel like the longest one we've seen is like 2.5 years.
Yeah,
Wow.
but I am the lawgiver because I was so authoritative.
And
It's
stable.
stable.
And stable.
Stable, yeah. Continue your dynasty. You may now continue a game. Completed games will create new saves where you can continue the story of your dynasty. Your second game will include dynasty events, which continue the story of previous events. Your nobles will return to their previous regions and keep their wealth. Does it even remember that for Twitch? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just like a saved file of usernames and wealths,
That's cool.
you know?
Monarch Veek, and there's Beak.
Yeah.
It's a good look.
Wow.
That's pretty cool. I'm just gonna look at this. Presiding over the kingdom of barons, chiefs, and grandees. And, can I customize that? So this is just like my starting avatar. Like,
Yeah.
that is Beak from now on, and I can't customize Beak, I guess. And then this is the Twitch armor down at the bottom.
Oh, you don't have the piper.
Check the barons.
Oh yeah, it might be like
I
for
think
when
it's
you're not a
Baron stuff.
monarch.
I didn't get it.
Okay.
Because I'm streaming, I'm not watching my own stream.
Fair.
I did have drops enabled though, so I think people got drops from this, but
Yeah, I definitely did.
I did.
I gotta watch more people's streams, I guess, to get the Baron's outfit.
The table is streaming it tomorrow, most likely.
I can't remember what I think my Baron was wearing this. No, I got this one. And this one.
Vampires.
Cats are so cool.
And this
Yeah, the cats
one.
are so cool.
And the Pats, this is the one that looks like me. I'm wearing a
Mhm.
green shirt
Huh?
today. That's me! That's what I look like. That
You
one's
and your
me.
piles of scrolls.
That's
many
me.
scrolls.
I'm a scholar, literally.
She's always carrying around.
I
at
have a
least 4
PhD. My
scrolls.
degree's over there. I can't show it to you because it has my real last name on it.
Dr. Sorcery.
Dr. Sorcery. That's me.
Okay.
Dr. Run A Sorcery.
Yeah. These are my degree. I have this is my poster presentations, as I'm very good at
Yes.
poster presentations.
Yes.
I've won best
exactly.
poster presentation a couple of times, which I just made a CV that has that on it. So yeah, and this is my grandee. She also had Saint Umber as an ancestor, and she also exhumed him from the ground. And then this is a chief runaway sorcery who did cameo the stream. There's no
As
gray.
bones.
The thing that gets to me is there's no gray fur to use with the gray hat.
Mhm.
There's not enough hats. I don't think that they have enough hats in the north. It's cold.
Yeah, but they don't feel it.
But I'm from the north and I need to wear hats because I do feel it. You know, all I'm saying. Yeah. Well, thank you everyone so much for playing with us. I had a great time. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all of you. I definitely want to play this
Chief
game
Sweet.
again on stream. It was so fun. Yeah, it was a great time. You can follow all of my guests at different Twitters. I'm sorry I didn't pre-program them into Nightbot for this, but add Matt Lobotanus for Cassidy, our host from the Barrens.
Yep.
You can follow Crumpet, our host from the Grandees, at the Crumpet on Twitter, and that's Crumpet with an I. And you can follow Robbie, our host from the North, at Gemsloop on Twitter. Thank you all for guesting. I had a great time. Thank you, those of you who joined us during the stream. It was very nice to have you. It's always nice to have more players. And
Someplace to
follow
be.
at Moon Harbor Cast, which has Crumpet's podcast. And if you're just starting Moon Harbor Cast for the first time, might I recommend the arc that Crumpet is starring in, which is Legacies, which you don't need to have listened to anything else to do that. It's kind of like jumping into a rebooted comic book. It's made so that you can just meet the characters that are there and be okay with it. It's a great actual play podcast about superheroes. And if you like Cassidy's work and my work, I recommend you listen to our podcast, Someplace to Be. I believe it is linked in my About. And you can find my Twitter at Spellbound Mage, which is also linked to my About. Yeah, Crumpet is absolutely adorable in Moon Harbor Cast. Crumpet's playing a kid who has traveled from the past to the future and has to deal with the fact that his self in the future is evil. So it's a lot of fun. Comic book stuff. If you love comic books, I think you'll like it.
Comic book stuff.
Yeah, and if you like Veronica Mars and the CW's Nancy Drew, you'll love Someplace to Be, which is
If you
Cassidy's
like
fun show.
CW's Nancy Drew, then good. Look
Good.
forward to when the new
You
season
have-
of that comes
You
out.
have good taste. We agree.
I wasn't
with
gonna
you.
go that far.
I
but-
think that we can say that. But anyway,
It's your stream. You can say that if you want.
I
Yeah.
can
True.
say that my own opinions on St.
I will
Patrick's
say that
Day
it-
after I had a
that
large bottle
everybody I
bottle
know-
of hard cider.
Everybody that I know that does like that show does have good taste. so
This
maybe
is the
you're
one that I
onto
had
something.
is the Grand Bakes. It's whiskey barrel aged hard cider, and it's very good. Yeah, good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Anything from
night.
our guest host before I put us on the ending soon screen?
I think Vic needs a Dunkin'.
I think everybody deserves a Dunkin'. It's a absolute
Gotta-
staple in the north.
Gotta get a Dunkachino before they retire.
Are we talking
No,
about
they
Dunkin'
retired that
River or
pretty much all, I think.
Dunkachino?
Yep.
We'll talk about next time we stream this game because I would love to stream this game again.
We'll talk about Dunkachinos some more next time.
Okay.
Please look forward to it.
It's not Dunk anymore.
All right. Good night to all. Happy Friday. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Good night.
Happy St. Patty's.
Good night.
Good night, Patrick's Day.
Hi.
Warming, move
Nice.
forward.
Oh wait,
Jesus.
1 second, folks.
Like
I'm
a
gonna
hero.
read the achievements I got on Steam.
I wasn't
This is a
expecting
post-credit
it. I know
scene.
there's time to work.
As was foretold, you met your inevitable fate
so
thanks
sorry,
to the
everyone.
Chiefs' prophecy scheme. 0.09% of players have this achievement. Dancing Queen. As a female monarch, you were infected by the dancing plague. 0.3% of players have this achievement. Holy matrimony. You got married. 37.8% of players have this achievement. Crowning achievement. You attended your coronation. 44.5% of players have this achievement. And that's only so low because I feel like most people buy this game and then don't host it. Anyway, good night, everybody. We'll go back to the ending soon screen.